to a computer from a mobile or a tablet that you are on right now, it would be great. I would strongly recommend you guys to make that switch so that you can consume all the information really properly. Okay? Awesome. Somebody is like, are you real or is this an AI doing the session? Well, guess what? Maybe I'm an AI, maybe I'm a human. How does it matter? As long as you're learning new things. A lot of people had a lot of questions. Is this live? Is this recorded? Am I AI? Am I real? It doesn't matter. Are you all here to learn? Yes or no? Does it actually matter if I'm an AI? Does it actually matter if I'm an AI? Does it actually matter if, I'm a robot teaching this? It doesn't matter, right? It's all about you learning the right way. And that is what will be focused on at this point of time. For a lot of people, if it matters to you, I'm sorry, can't do much about it. It ideally shouldn't, right? With that being said, let me quickly share my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can see my screen. Okay, perfect, perfect. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the LinkedIn workshop by Growth School. My name is Vaibhav Siddhi. I'm the founder of Growth School, and this is a very special workshop for me because this is how we started Growth School, and I'm back at it, the brand new version of this with a lot of new stuff, a lot of AI inside of this as well, on how you can win your LinkedIn game using AI and everything around it. I've been into the game of LinkedIn for quite some time, so I'm pretty sure you guys gonna learn a lot of them. But I have a question for all of you people as we get started. Why are you here on this workshop? What are you trying to accomplish from this workshop? Are you generally here on this workshop just to see what's happening, a general thing? Two, you want to build a rock solid personal brand on LinkedIn, and you realize the power of building a personal brand on LinkedIn, especially in the era of AI? Or are you here to, start learning how to generate leads for your freelancing or for your business that you run so that you can grow your business or grow your freelancing or anything like that? Or maybe you're here to get the most out of LinkedIn to maybe get more job opportunities. Let me know in the chat what is your real aspiration here by joining this program. Let me know in the chat. Okay. Few job opportunities. I love it. A few people are like all the above. I want to learn everything out there. Career growth to grow my business. Somebody's like to get an internship. Upskilling. That's very good. Okay, very interesting. A lot of people are here for a lot of things, okay? And I love it. That is perfect for me because this workshop is geared in a way that you can accomplish all of it. If you want to get a job using LinkedIn, if you want to build a personal brand using LinkedIn, if you want to generate leads using LinkedIn, if you want to, start freelancing using LinkedIn, anything and everything, I'm going to touch base on everything out there so that you guys can get started. And you're going to learn a few things that you can never imagine that was even possible with LinkedIn. Okay. With that being said, let us get started very quickly. A quick disclaimer, right? Number one, everything that you see in this workshop, if you guys are expecting that you guys are going to see something that exists nowhere in the world, that is not true, right? Every information is out there on the internet. In fact, I have put a lot of this information on the internet as well. The idea here in this next 2 hours is for me to teach you enough number of things that will at least take you a couple of months to learn yourself. Wouldn't that be awesome? Drop in a heart if I can teach you enough things in the next 2 hours, which will easily take you 2 months. Isn't that a win? That is what it is optimized for. So there will be things that you might already know that I'm going to cover. So have patience. Two, I will try to cover as much as I can over the course of next 120 minutes. If you're expecting the whole world to be covered, that is not possible. I'll do my best. I can guarantee you that 99.9% of you people will get insane value in the next 2 hours. Three, I'm going to share a lot of links. I'm going to use a lot of tools. I'm going to use a lot of prompts. Now, don't ask me during the session if I'll be giving you those links. Everything that is covered in this session will be given to you in form of a document towards the end of the session. The list of links, the list of prompts, everything that we have covered, we will give it to you for free towards the end of the session. Right? We will give it to you all. And you don't have to worry, you don't have to repeatedly ask me. So that is what I wanted to clarify very quickly. And finally, there will be no recording to this session that will be provided. So attend it right now, be super focused, Take notes. Of course, we'll give you a document with all the tools, all the links, only if you are there on the call till the end of today, which will be about 2.5 hours. That's pretty much it. You're going to learn a ton of things with us, but there will be no recordings for this. And of course, right, I will also take a few questions from all of you people towards the end. So if you have any questions, hold it to yourself. I'm going to open it up. Towards the end, we will do a Q&A so that I can give you as much value as possible. Are we clear with all the disclaimers? Give me a thumbs up. Look, there are thousands of people on this call, and I will not be able to do justice to everyone. As a result, I give a quick disclaimer so that we are on the same page. Right? Brilliant. Loving the energy. Next, you can see that, the chat, whenever you send me a message, I'm going to turn it on. Can you drop me a hi in the chat? Can you drop me a hi in the chat? The chat is open right now. You can see when you send a hi, you cannot see highs of anyone else, but I'm getting thousands of highs here. That is because we have set the chat to hosts and panelists. You will be able to see it here. The chat is set to hosts and panelists. Why is that? Because there are again thousands of people on the call. We don't want you guys to be like rattled looking at messages and don't want to be bothered. But we still want to see if you guys are there or not. Right? As a result, the chat is set to hosts and co-hosts, and we are right now using a webinar setup. As a result, you can't really turn your cameras on. That is a Zoom restriction, can't do much about it. But again, every time you send a message, for example, Gagan says, can you use Hindi mixed words? I can't use Hindi mixed words. Or Christina, I can see your messages as well. Christina says, I can still see everyone's messages. That is awesome. I don't know how you're able to. You are a scientist then. But yeah. Okay, perfect. I can read all your messages here. Okay, now, the next thing, how do we communicate? If the chat is off, how do you know there are a lot of people on the call and they're also enjoying it? You can see a react symbol. There you go. Why don't you guys drop in a heart? That is how we communicate with each other. Drop in a heart. There you guys see it. As I'm talking about it, as I'm teaching you guys something, if you guys are enjoying it, drop in a heart. That way I know you guys are being attentive as well on the call. Right? You can learn, and I know you guys are having fun. Your reactions on the right things gives me the right energy to give my best. And those reactions could be found on the Zoom, but with something called as reactions, and you can see all of that. Perfect. Are we good to go? Let's go in the chat. If we are good to go, let's go in the chat. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Awesome. Now that we are all set, I'm going to quickly turn off the chat and get right inside of the business. Let me quickly tell you, you would be like, you saw me somewhere, you saw the ad somewhere, you paid the money and you joined the program. And you'll be like, who is this guy who's talking to me? And why should I give him attention for the next couple of hours? And this is a fair question, right? A lot of people are laughing as to see this. It's a very fair question. And I want to answer that first. And as I give you this answer, you will also get a sense of what is possible with LinkedIn. Guys, here are what my numbers look like as of October 10th. It's been a while. It's an old screenshot, I know. But you can see this. I have, as of today, more than 500,000 followers on my LinkedIn, 500,000 followers on my LinkedIn. In the last 7 days, as of October 10th, I got close to 1 million views on my LinkedIn. 8 lakh views. How many of you guys want that? Right? Drop in a heart if you would want millions of views. My LinkedIn profile was viewed by more than 1 lakh people. And my profile was found on LinkedIn search for over 4,000 times. This is basically the top 0.1% profile of LinkedIn in the world is what I carry. So I've been there and I've done that. Now, you'll be like, you look at all these numbers. Okay, Vaibhav, you have 500,000 followers. You get 1 million views. Big deal. Good for you. How do these numbers even matter? Anyone has this question? Drop me a thumbs up. How do these numbers even matter? Well, let me tell you how these numbers actually matter. And that is, these numbers, right now I run Growth School, but before this, I had about half of this followers, actually about 150,000 followers, before even I started Growth School. When I was doing a full-time job, my LinkedIn has generated over 2 crores in direct and indirect revenue. While I was working a full-time job, in 3 years, I made over 2 crores, and this led me LinkedIn was the force bearer which pushed me saying, look, you're making enough money. Why don't you start a startup? And that is what led me to start something. So it's an incredibly powerful platform. And that is why I'm talking about it. It has generated right now, we are much larger, but this is as I was doing a full-time job before even I started growth school. If you guys would like to see results like this for yourself, you have to put in the work, but you have to learn how to do it right way. And that's what I'm going to teach you. If you like what you're seeing, keep dropping in the hearts. And because of LinkedIn, right, because of the reach that I have, I have been invited to the best of the places. I've spoken at OpenAI, I've spoken at Microsoft, I've spoken at Publicis Sapient, I've spoken at IITs, IIMs, I've got invitations from Harvard, I've invitations from SAP Labs. I've been there all sorts, spoken in more than 100 plus events in the past 2 years. Why? Because people notice me on LinkedIn and they want me to come talk. It's not just about talks, right? For all the people who are trying to, get side gigs or consultation, a lot of top people like the VP of Airbus or Dean Graziosi, who's a New York best-selling author, or the founder of Mind Valley, Vishen Lakhani, these are the kind of people who have reached out to me to help them out for consulting. So all those people who are looking ways to consult, LinkedIn is incredible and has worked incredibly well for me as well. Also for all the people who want jobs, I've got job invites from Google, Amazon, Oyo, Klook. In fact, the last job that I did before I started growth school was because of an inbound that I got from LinkedIn. And to be very frank, LinkedIn also played a significant role at Growth School, the company that this workshop is done by. We have raised 45 crores. We had raised 45 crores a few years back, that is $5 million. And I give a lot of credit to LinkedIn. And you can Google this out, Growth School funding, you will get information about it. The reason why I put all of this together is because I want you guys to know the potential of it. That is number one. And two, I wanted to tell you how powerful the platform is. I probably taught LinkedIn to about 2 lakh people right now in the world, right? That's it. Most of the majority of the world doesn't realize the power of LinkedIn. And that is what I wanted to teach you. Yes? Sounds exciting? Sounds exciting?
Yes.
Drop a thumbs up. Brilliant. Brilliant. But I also wanted to be extremely frank with all of you people as we get started, because I think it is very important for us to be on the same page. Over the course of the next couple of hours, I'm going to do everything possible to cover as much as possible, but that is only going to be the tip of the iceberg. Of course, there is an ocean of things to be covered, which is the LinkedIn Growth Program, which we're going to talk about towards the end after everything is delivered. And you can choose to listen to it or you can drop off. But the next 2 hours is optimized for you guys to learn as much as possible. And I believe in transparency. As a result, I've told you this upfront. Okay? With that being said, here's a promise. By end of this workshop today, I can tell you, you will be 10x better with 10 plus things, actually a lot more things with LinkedIn, saving you hours of time to hack LinkedIn using AI. That is my promise. And that is what I'm going to do towards the end. So here is everything that you're going to learn today. You're going to learn how to optimize your LinkedIn profile using AI. You're going to learn how to write custom note using AI. You're going to learn how to use Sales Navigator to find great audiences using LinkedIn. You're going to learn how to do a message hack to increase your reply rates on LinkedIn. You're going to learn how to make advanced searches without even paying for it or without even paying for Sales Navigator. You're going to learn how to make unlimited profile searches for free without paying for LinkedIn Premium. You're going to learn how to know anything and everything about anyone on LinkedIn to an extent that they can't even know about so much about themselves. That's something that you're going to cover. I'm going to teach you how to reach out and connect to people in the right way. Play the game of multi-touch point, which is an incredibly powerful way to reach out to people and get stuff done. Either you're looking for a job, drive a lead or anything like that. Next, I'm going to teach you the content formula, which allows me to get a lot of views on my LinkedIn. I'll teach you how to find trending topics. I'm going to teach you the types of content that does well on LinkedIn. I'm going to teach you how to find new content ideas using AI. I'm going to teach you how to automate your replies using AI. I'm going to teach you how to use GPT to create great content, generate images using AI for LinkedIn, create videos for LinkedIn or on any other social network, how to convert a long form video into a small form using AI, how you can make your own video, speak in 10 different different languages using AI, and a massive surprise towards the end. Guys, this is everything that we will be covering today in the next 100 minutes. Sounds exciting? Sounds exciting? Yes. Are you guys ready for the level of content density that's going to come up next? Awesome. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that I wanted to teach you when it comes to LinkedIn is profile optimization using AI. Now, what do I mean by profile optimization? Well, let me tell you what I mean by profile optimization. Let's say you're on LinkedIn, okay? You have an active profile on LinkedIn. You're already creating a lot of content and everything around on LinkedIn. You have a profile on LinkedIn, but let's say you are a growth marketer, making up, okay? If I search for the keyword growth marketer on LinkedIn and I go to people, ideally, your profile should be ranking here. Just for growth marketer, if your profile is not found on LinkedIn, what's the whole point? Right? So, how do we make sure that we make changes in our profile in a way that every time when someone searches for this keyword that you want to rank, let's say you do lead generation for companies. Let's say you create websites for companies. Let's say you design logos for companies. Let's say you are a financial auditor. Let's say you are a chartered accountant. Let's say you are a marketing manager. When someone searches for that keyword on LinkedIn, your profile should be found. How do you make sure your profile is found on the search so that more people will reach you out is the process of profile optimization. That is what I mean by profile optimization. The changes that you need to make on your profile to be found on LinkedIn search. Now, if you do this right, the kind of results you could get because of this is insane. You can see this. There are more than 300,000 search appearances that I got from October 7 to October 14. Again, these are slightly older screenshots like you can see, but you get the reference point, right? 3 lakh people found me. How did they find me? Why did the search appearances happen in a way like it did? And the kind of people who found me were founders, software engineers, sales, marketing, business guys. And these are the kind of companies that they used to work at. And these are the kind of people who found me. How do you optimize your profile? Well, there are a lot of process to do that, but because this program, like I told you, is a brand new one which is powered by AI, I'm going to teach you everything which is AI powered. As a result, what I'm going to teach you right now is a way to optimize your profile using AI and LinkedIn. And that is, we will use a lot of tools in this process. And the process that we're going to use is called as reverse engineering your LinkedIn profile. The tool that I'm going to use is called as LinkedIn Review by Resume Worded. Okay. What you need to do is, it's very simple. I'm going to share links to all these tools towards the end. You don't have to worry. You just have to click on get a free review. And once you do this, right, you just need to log in. Let's say I log in using this email. Give me a second. Any email that you have, you just quickly log in. And once you do that, right, what this tool will allow you is to enter your LinkedIn profile inside of this. You can just enter your LinkedIn URL here. You can see I've already used it up for mine. In your case, it will ask you to enter your LinkedIn URL. And once you do that, my bad, give me a second. Let me quickly log in using a different account which I've used. The tool is flipping at this point of time. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to log in. So it's very simple. You just have to enter your LinkedIn profile URL. And there you go. This is where you land. And you can see there is something called as LinkedIn profile score. Once you have done your profile, you can just tap on it. And what it will do is, it will take your LinkedIn profile. This is where you land. Okay. Use the AI in the backend to give a score for your profile. And the best part about this is it will not only give a score for your profile, but it will also tell you how you can improve things on your profile. For example, when I uploaded my profile, it gave me an overall rating of 56 out of 100, which is not great, right? I can make it much better. But I've been lazy, but you don't need to. right? And not just that, this profile is telling me how I can improve all of this, like how my headline is a 8 out of 10. When I tap on this, you can see founder growth school on a mission to upskill 100 million people. It's a 8 out of 10, but it's saying you can improve your headline by doing a few more things. Now, if I go to summary, you can see it gave me a rating of 4 out of 10. Your summary is a critical action, and these are the things that you should improve. And it's telling me how I can improve as well by going through all the checks. If I go to experience, it's also a 4 out of 10, telling me a bunch of things that I should do right here to improve my experience as well. So with education and so with others. So essentially, this is my co-pilot. This tool is a co-pilot for my LinkedIn. The moment I upload my profile, it's going to tell me all the things that I need to fix. And once I've fixed it, I can just simply click on rescore my LinkedIn. And you know what? It will quickly review my profile again and it will tell me if my score has improved or not. So ideally what you should do is first dump your profile into this tool. You'll get a rating. Once, then follow all the instructions that this tool is giving you. Make those changes on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn profile. And once you've done those changes, simply click on rescore LinkedIn and then it will tell you how much has the score gone up to. So hopefully you will be able to make enough changes by following all these simple instructions right here to take it to a 90. The moment you take it to a score of 90, well, who can stop you from winning? Right? The moment your score goes to 90, your odds of you ranking for on this LinkedIn search drastically goes up. Do I make sense? Drop me a thumbs up if I'm making sense. It's very simple. You put your LinkedIn profile URL into this tool. I'm going to share this tool with you. It's going to give you a score. Then you make the necessary improvements by following all the instructions given by this AI tool. Once you do it, you can simply click on rescore LinkedIn and then you'll try to optimize the score up to 90. Awesome. Loving the energy. I'm glad you guys are on the same page. Let us move on right now. Okay, next. We have optimized our profile on LinkedIn. Something that is also very, very important is a way to figure out deep audiences on LinkedIn. You see, LinkedIn search is actually a very, very powerful thing. A lot of people don't really understand the power of LinkedIn search. And I wanted to quickly show you that. And also, I wanted to show you another tool that LinkedIn has, which you can get like a 30-day free trial of, which is even more powerful. Okay, let's quickly jump into that so I can teach you how you can find relevant audiences on LinkedIn. All right, for that, I can simply come to LinkedIn again. Right? And how do I get to LinkedIn search? Well, it's very simple. The search is right here. Let's say I'm looking for founders, okay, at San Francisco. Now I can just say founder because I have, let's say, digital marketing services that I want to sell to a lot of companies. So I just search for founders. I select people. So this is the people search. Now, this is what a lot of people don't know. There is something called as all filters, and this is the free option, okay? When I tap on all filters, it gives me a lot of options like location, current companies, connections of, followers of, past companies, the schools that they study, the industries that they are in. Let's say the industry that I want is internet, let's say. Or I can say AI, if there is one. Artificial, nope. Anyways, I think this is the one. This is the option, internet and everything. Or I can select technology and media. I can select the language that I want, and that's it. I can click on show results. And actually, LinkedIn search is quite powerful that way for me to help me find a bunch of people. In fact, let's say I want people only in San Francisco. I can also find that level of information. Now, this is something that a lot of you people probably already know, right? Now, here is something that a lot of people might not know. And that is LinkedIn has this very powerful feature. It's a paid feature, but it gives you a 30-day free trial of something called as Sales Navigator. Right? Sales Navigator, while a lot of people think it is only for salespeople, actually has this incredibly powerful feature which allows you to do deep searches. Now, when I tap on this, I have the paid version of this. When I tap on this, a UI like this opens up, which is quite scary. Right? It's a lot of information, but let me show you what makes it really powerful. If I click on lead filters, right? Look at the kind of options I get. Okay. I can search for, let's say, the keyword again as founder. Now, not just that, I don't stop there. I can literally select the geography. For example, let's say I want San Francisco. Great. And not just that, I can also go deeper into the kind of companies. For example, I can go with the years of experience the founder has. Let's say I want someone who's a young founder. So I'll say 3 to 5 years. And not just that, right? Like, look at this. The number of features. One of the very, very cool feature, according to me, is, let's say you're looking for founders, you're looking to get in touch with founders who are running small companies, early stage companies. Because if a founder in San Francisco is running a company with 1,000 employees, they're not probably going to give you the attention that you need. What if you find a company which is really early? The founder needs help. How do I find it? There is this option called as company headcount as well. When I tap on this, I can literally find companies which has only 10 employees. This way, I can get in touch with a founder. You can see there are only 3,500 founders in San Francisco who are basically having a company with less than 10 employees. These guys would love your help. Let's say you're very good with growth marketing, or very good with finance, or very good with whatever your skill set is. It's a great way to narrow down the audiences to find great set of people using Sales Navigator. Helpful? Imagine you're trying to get a job. Imagine you're trying to generate leads. Use all these filters to find really, really sharp audiences. And it's actually like a hidden treasure inside of LinkedIn that a lot of people have no idea about. And I thought it makes a lot of sense for me to teach you all of this. Now, this is what, or this is how you can go about finding deep audiences on LinkedIn using Sales Navigator. Now, you found audiences on LinkedIn. Great. You connected with them, and you sent messages to them, but nobody's replying to you. You sent messages, you followed all the process, but nobody's replying to you. How many of you guys have this problem that you don't get enough replies to the messages that you send, either for job, either for lead generation, or anything for that matter? You use LinkedIn, you reach out to people, but you don't get enough replies. What if I teach you a very, very smart hack that most of the people are not leveraging today? And that, guys, the way I treat every profile, to everything around me, is in form of breaking it and making it work for me. Most of the growth hacks are hidden in plain sight. Most people don't realize how to leverage it to get the full potential. And here's a very good example of it. You see, when you send a message to anyone, what is the kind of message that you send? How do you go about it? You'll be like, let's say you have to invite me for a hypothetical, okay? You want to invite me for a podcast, making stuff up. How would you write a message? Most of the people would be like, hey, Vaibhav, how are you? I run a podcast. I would love to invite you for the podcast. The problem with this message is you start the message with, hey, Vaibhav, how are you? And you know what? This is where the problem is. You should always focus on the excerpt. What is an excerpt? You see, before even someone, when you send a message to someone, you must have noticed this. And if you're using LinkedIn a lot, you must have noticed this already. When you send messages to someone, or when someone sends you a lot of messages, you can read the first 5 words of the message without even opening it. Yes. If you say, hey, Vaibhav, how are you? The first 5 words of the message is gone. And I don't even know what you've written the message to me for. And if I am someone who gets a lot of messages, there is no way in hell I'm opening that message. But what if you change the first 5 words of the message? You're inviting me for a podcast. You change the first 5 words of the message to podcast invitation, in the bracket, 5,000 listeners. Don't you think the odds of that message being opened goes up? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. Just because you change the first 5 words of the message, rather than saying, hey, Vaibhav, how are you? You're changing the message to invitation to podcast, in the bracket, 50,000 listeners. I ought all of a sudden know what that message is about. And if I'm interested in this, I will open to that message and reply. So use the first 5 words of the message like a subject line. You all know that when you're sending an email, the most important part of an email is the subject line, right? Use the first 5 words of the message like you are writing the subject line to get attention of people. Am I making sense? To get attention of people. Once you get attention of people, it's easier for us to get a reply from them. The reason why most of people don't get replies on LinkedIn is because their messages are never read. Because the messages that are sent are not optimized for you to win. I hope this helps. This is what I mean by focus on excerpt. And I have seen people getting 3 to 4 times more replies on their messages by making this small change. Awesome. I hope you guys are making sense of what I'm trying to say here. Yes? Awesome. Now, I just taught you Sales Navigator, right? I told you it's a paid tool. Now, Sales Navigator costs about 5,000 rupees per month. But what if I teach you a free way to make advanced searches using LinkedIn? How many of you guys want it? How can you make advanced searches just like the Sales Navigator without actually paying for Sales Navigator? How many of you guys would want it? I told you I'm going to teach you the paid ways. I'm also going to teach you the free ways. Well, I'm going to use a very interesting thing called as the Boolean search. What do I mean by that? LinkedIn Boolean search is what I'm going to use. What do I mean by that is using LinkedIn. How many of you guys have heard of Boolean operators? And, or, XOR, XOR. If you guys have ever studied engineering in your college, I mean, if you've gone to engineering college, you probably have learned about Boolean operators or logic gates. You can use logic gates to be able to get great results on LinkedIn. Let me show you an example actually, right? This would make sense to you. I could actually go to LinkedIn. See, I can actually go to LinkedIn and you know what? On this search, let's say I search for marketing manager. I set it to people. I get a bunch of people as marketing managers. In fact, I can just change this to, let's say, Bangalore. Okay. I can get a bunch of results for marketing managers and it's infinite list of people. There are going to be hundreds of thousands of people who will be marketing managers. But you know what? I know for a fact there'll be a lot of people who claim themselves to be marketing managers, but they're actually not. So I also know there are going to be a lot of salespeople inside of this. If I want to exclude those salespeople in this list, I can just say NOT sales. The moment I use the word NOT, not sales, you know what it does? It basically excludes everyone who has the keyword marketing in their profile, but also has the keyword sales in their profile. Because I use this word not, it automatically excludes all those people. In the same way, let's say if I say marketing manager and founder, you know what it will find? It will find all the people who are marketing guys and also are founders. Currently, they were marketers before and are currently founders because I said and in the middle. And, NAND, NOR, NOT, all these are basically Boolean operators. And you can write complex queries like this right here. But I know we don't have the time to teach you how to write Boolean operators properly. Should I give you a hack? Should I give you a hack? In fact, my team has created a tool which is completely free. We just created this tool thanks to AI. We could wipe code stuff right now, right? And we built this tool called as the findanyone.co. Okay, it's completely free for you guys to use. And you can just tap on build my Boolean. And we have created 2 options, okay? One is that you can just explain what kind of people you're looking for. Let's say I could explain here. I'm looking for marketing managers with experience in fintech who have not worked for companies like TCS, Wipro, Accenture. And also, I'm not looking for interns. And I would love to find people who have experience as entrepreneurs or as founders. Okay. I'm sorry. I use a tool, guys, to convert my voice to text. And look at this. I just entered that information on what I want. And this is a very complex query, right? A lot of permutations and combinations. I said I'm looking for marketing managers with experience in fintech who have not worked for companies like TCS, Wipro, Accenture. Also, I'm not looking for interns and would love people who have experience as entrepreneurs or as founders. It is a very simple way for me to put it. All I could do is generate with AI, and that's it. It says generated. And look at this. It has created a complex looking URL for me. All I have to do is click on open in LinkedIn. And you know what? Because this is so complex, it could not even find people in this bucket. Look how complex of a query it ended up writing. It like literally could not find people with this results, right? So let's make it simpler. Let's slightly make it simpler right now. I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you another way of doing this. You can also do it manually. Job titles to include. Let's say I'm looking for marketing managers. Keywords to include. Let's say finance. Companies to include. I don't want anything. And it also said things to exclude. Let's say I don't want interns. I don't want, let's say, sales. Keywords to exclude. Again, there are keywords that I can include and exclude, right? Keywords could be, I don't know. Again, I can say software. And I can simply click on generate search URL and look at this. It has generated me this complex URL right now. And I click on open on LinkedIn. And look at that, guys. Look at that. It sent this complex string inside of the search, which would have taken us a lot of time to find results and make it going. But this tool did the job for us. As a result, we are able to find the right kind of people with all these categories and advanced search in a few clicks. Guys, if you think this is insane, drop a comment insane in the chat. We were able to write such a complex query using something called as a Boolean operator without us even doing anything. We just use this free tool, which my team created. I'm going to share this tool with you as well for free. Right? Don't worry, we're going to share the link of this tool. PK, make sure we are sending. You'll get a document towards the end of the call, and the link of this tool will be there for free for you to use forever. Okay? That is how you can use Boolean strings to make advanced searches. Now, we don't stop there. How many of you guys have faced this problem where you use LinkedIn to search for a lot of people, and after you make a few searches, LinkedIn is like you have to pay to make more searches? Drop a me in the chat. You have been using LinkedIn to search for people. After a point of time, LinkedIn says, please pay to be able to make more searches. Yes. Yes, a lot of you people have faced this, right? What if I teach you a hack so that you don't have to pay LinkedIn premium and you will still be able to make unlimited searches? Would you guys want to know how to do that? Yes? Okay. What we're going to do is, again, we're going to find a hack for this. This is how I get the most out of LinkedIn, by finding ways to make it work for me, right? And what I'm going to do here is, you see, what is the biggest search engine? Google. And if I go to Google, let me just quickly go to Google. There you go, I'm on Google. And if I search for, let's say, Webhub, Siddhi, LinkedIn, right? If I search for something like this, is Google able to find my LinkedIn profile? Yes. So Google has access to all my LinkedIn, all the LinkedIn profiles in the world. So what if we figure out a way to use Google search to do search inside of LinkedIn, so we never use LinkedIn search to start with. As a result, LinkedIn cannot cap us, which we can do. And for that, instead of teaching you how to write complex queries on Google search to find all of this, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you a free tool for this. And it's called the LinkedIn X-ray tool. The way this tool works is that it is powered by Google, and when you give a search entity, it searches for that keyword via Google, but inside of LinkedIn. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say I'm looking for marketing managers, like, or let's say founders, and I'm looking for founders in Bombay. So I say founders and Bombay or Mumbai. I click on search. Look at this. It gave me a list of LinkedIn profiles of people who are founders and are in Mumbai. Now that I have this profile, I can simply tap on each of the profiles and go open their LinkedIn directly. And you know what? Because we are not even using LinkedIn to make these searches, we can literally make unlimited searches on LinkedIn right now. Are you guys able to make sense? I'm using a tool that uses the power of Google to search inside of LinkedIn. So any query that I have to search, I can just search using this tool. This tool will use Google to search for data of the LinkedIn URLs and gives us information just like this. That is how I'm able to make unlimited searches of LinkedIn. Because I'm not even using LinkedIn to make searches, LinkedIn cannot cap me. As a result, I can make unlimited searches using LinkedIn. Guys, if your minds are blown, drop a MB in the chat, mind blown in the chat. Are you able to... The idea of this workshop for me is not for you guys just to learn LinkedIn. I want you guys to push the limits of everything. Think about how can you break things. That is the only way for us to win in this AI first world. Yes? Awesome. Now, let's not stop here. Let's not stop here, right? What we're going to do here is we're going to go and do more things. But quickly before we move on, I had a question to ask. From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going, folks? From a scale of 1 to 10, how is the session going? Okay, I see a lot of 10s, a lot of 9s, few 4, 5s and 6s. I'm doing my best, guys, to give you as much value as possible. Okay, perfect. Looks like most of you people are having a good time. Okay, so I'm going to move on right now. Now, as we go, how many of you guys want to learn a very nice way of getting AI to build a profile picture for you? Because we all know that having a professional headshot on your LinkedIn is important. Do you guys agree that having a good profile picture on your LinkedIn is a very important thing? And you know what? Most of us, like if you are a regular person like me, most of us have never got an opportunity to think about having a great headshot on a profile picture on LinkedIn. And what we ended up doing, most of us, what we end up doing is, we went to a wedding where a photographer took a nice little photo of ours. We crop our face and we put it on LinkedIn. Don't we do that? Or a friend clicked that picture in an event, even if it is not very professional, because that is a picture that you liked and you're out of options, you use that profile picture. Now, this is a case for most of us. But because of AI, all these things have changed. I want to teach you a very simple way on how you can get very professional headshots for yourself. Okay? And I'm going to use a free tool thanks to this incredible technology of AI that has come in. Gemini. I'm going to use the tool Google Gemini, which is a free tool. And Google Gemini right now has something called as Nano Banana, which is an image generation model. And this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go into my Instagram. Let me quickly jump into my Instagram. Okay. And let me find a very unprofessional picture. Let's say, okay, let me quickly find a very unprofessional picture. Let's say this is a picture that I have. Okay. Obviously, I can't use this as a headshot because it's completely blurred. This is an event of me in an OpenAI event. So I simply take my picture here, take a simple screenshot. There you go. I drag and drop this a screenshot of my head right here inside of Gemini. Obviously, it is not good. It's a small screenshot. I don't want this to be the profile picture, but most of us end up using something like this. And I use a prompt something like this. Transform this image into a LinkedIn professional headshot. Maintain the subject exact features, hairstyle, and identity with photorealistic fidelity. Replace the clothing with a tailored navy blue suit over the crisp white and whatever you want. I said I want a navy blue suit and whatnot, and I click on send. Guys, by the way, I will send all these prompts as well to you. I just explained how I want my picture to be. I want it to be in focus. I want it to be in slightly side. I want it to be me wearing a suit, navy blue in color. And this is a reference picture of my face. Look how blurred my face is. Let us see what Gemini does. Guys, what do you guys think of this? Drop in a heart if you think this is awesome. Now, let us say I don't like my hairstyle so much. I can say, hey, the picture is good, but the hairstyle is a little off. Can you make sure you retain my actual hairstyle? I'm just giving it more feedback. And I can continue to give it feedback and can continue to get better. And in fact, you know what I can do even crazier? I could also give it more references. Let's say I give a reference of this as well. I drag and drop. Let's say I give a reference of my side view as well. I'm just taking screenshots of the images that I have. I can give a few more references as well. Let's see if I can find some. Okay, this seems to be a good one. One more side reference. The more reference Google AI has, the better it can get. I have given you more references of how I look in side angles, straight angles, so that you have more data. Now, come up with a better profile picture for my LinkedIn. There you go. I've given it more references from the pictures that I have existing at this point of time. Right? And I'm sharing that to Gemini and I'm asking it to generate more profile pictures for me. Guys, am I making sense? Drop in a heart. What I'm trying to show you is I didn't prepare how to give great reference pictures. I wanted to actually show you how I would go out. Look at that. Look at that. Now that it has more context, it was able to give me this profile picture. And of course, right, I can keep trying, keep playing with it. I can ask it to change my suit to something else, whatever. You can keep prompting it and you can keep getting results. Now, I don't want to leave it here. You guys are all special for me. So I wanted to teach you something else. You see, you came up with this profile picture, but you're not sure if this is good enough or not. You want people to give you feedback if the profile picture is good enough or not. For that, you can use a tool like Photo Feeler. I'm going to share the link of this tool again. It's called Photo Feeler, where you can, it's called Photo Feeler, photofeeler.com, where you can click on New Test and upload a picture. A picture like this I can download, go to test, click on upload, and can literally upload a profile picture like this. And you know what this tool will do? You can see this. Business test, social test, and dating test. I want business test because this is for my LinkedIn profile, not for my Tinder. But I'll select business text. What is the professional title? Founder is my professional title. And it asks me a bunch of things. And I can basically do a karma test right here. Okay. And that's it. You know what it's going to do? It is going to push this content to a bunch of people out there in the world, and they are going to rate my picture from a scale of 1 to 10. Exactly like this. It's going to take me about 2-3 days for the votes to come in completely for free. I did this before. You can see 112 people voted for this profile picture, where they rated me 7.9 out of 10 in terms of competency, 9.1 out of 10 in terms of likability, 8.4 out of 10 in terms of influential. So regular people are going to rate your profile picture and are going to tell you, is this picture good enough or not? Once you have confidence in the picture, then you can put it out there. And you know what? For you to get more votes, you can simply vote on others' pictures. Right? As you vote on other pictures, you get karma. As a result, other people will vote for you as well. It's a win-win. No need to pay anything. It's completely free of cost. This way, you're confident that the picture that you put up on your LinkedIn is actually good. Sounds interesting? Sounds interesting? Are you guys enjoying and liking how I'm thinking about it? We used AI to generate a profile picture. Now, though you liked it, it's not good enough. We get hundreds of people, anonymous people, to rate for our profile picture over the course of next couple of days for free. And then if the rating is good enough, then I upload this profile picture on my LinkedIn. Everything is data driven. And this is one other very interesting workflow that I wanted to quickly show you guys. And we did image generation using Nano Banana. And don't worry, my team will share links to all these tools with you towards the end. Now, something very important. A lot of people usually ask me this question, Webhub, how do we write our LinkedIn description and title? As a result, I created a nice little prompt for you guys. How many of you guys need help with writing a great description on your profile, a great title on your profile? Yes, all of you guys need. So I created a nice little prompt like this. I'm going to share this prompt with you. All you need to do is write this prompt and drop your resume. If you have a resume ready, just write this prompt, okay, inside of Chat GPT. I'm going to share this prompt with you and just drop your resume. Let me just drop my resume. Of course, it's outdated, so I'm downloading my LinkedIn profile so that I can do it for in front of you guys. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, I got the LinkedIn profile. I'm just gonna drop my LinkedIn profile here, which is my resume basically. That's what I dropped. This is my resume, right? That is what I dropped inside of ChatGPT. I pasted this prompt. I can just set to light and I click on send and that's it. What this prompt will do is it will go through your LinkedIn, you'll go through your resume, use the prompt to understand how it can do a very good job. And look at this. It will come up with its title and description for use, which you can use out of box. Helpful? I hope this is helpful. So this is what I did, right? I built a simple prompt for you guys. So it's easier for you guys to go about writing your own headline. And let's say you don't like this headline. I can simply say, come up with 10 more headlines. And it will. As simple as that. And you can select what you think is right for you. And remember, using resume worded to get ratings. Once you're able to optimize this content, use resume worded to get ratings so that your profile is a 90 out of 100. Look at that. Perfect. I'm getting 10 different options right here using ChatGPT. Quite simple, right? Awesome. Now, I've been speaking for quite some time. I think I've been teaching for almost an hour right now. Can I take quick 3 to 4 minutes to introduce myself? Because I just realized I didn't even introduce myself. I just said, hey, I'm founder of a growth school and that's pretty much it. Can I take 3 to 4 minutes to quickly introduce myself? Okay, awesome. I'm going to make it even faster. Okay, guys, like you can see, my name is Vaibhav Siddhi, currently the founder of Growth School. This is my chief cuddling partner as well. That's Phoebe, my dog. If you guys are wondering where did the name Phoebe come from, I don't know if you guys are any Friends fans here. Any Friends fans? Drop in a heart if you like the show Friends. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that is where the name Phoebe comes from. The French character Phoebe Buffet is where it comes from. I studied in this school called as St. Vincent's Convent School in a small town in Orissa called as Barampur. Yes, I do speak Oriya. So if there are any Oriya people here, and I also write Oriya. But I come from a Telugu family, so I also speak Telugu, and I've watched a lot of Telugu movies as well. So ella unnaru meerandaru. If you are out there who can speak Telugu, and of course because Bollywood had the enough influence on me, so I can speak Hindi as well. So kaise ho tum sab log? And because I studied in an ICSE school, I speak English as well. I speak almost 4 languages, showing off my multilinguistic skills to all of you people. Right? But this is where I come from, guys. And like a lot of you people, I'm pretty sure I've been a terrible student. I studied in ICSE. In ICSE, we were taught Julius Caesar in name of English. Any ICSE students out there, all of you guys will relate to me. And this is how my report card used to look like. 47%, 46%, 49%. Failed, because I used to at least fail in 5 out of 11 subjects that I used to have. Finally got promoted towards the end. In the final exam, I will do by hook or crook, just get past and move on. Always been a backbencher all my life, never been a good student. That same guy who passes in all his subjects in engineering by studying one day before the exam. That has been me, right? I started my first startup when I was 19 years old. I started something called as Discovering Android, and some bad stuff happened with it. Basically, I was teaching people how to hack Android. I was 19, and Google was like, "I own Android, and you can't do it," and they banned us from Google search. Right, that was the end of my first startup. Then I started something called as Crazy Heads when I was 20 years old. It was a digital media company. We won awards. She's actually an actress. We won the Fast Emerging Digital Media Startup of the Year award back in 2014, right? And then I joined Uber. Early days, if launched a bunch of cities for Uber back in 2015, worked at Uber for almost 5 years in India, in SF, in Latin America, traveled the world for Uber, spent about 5 years at Uber. This is Travis Kalanick, by the way, the founder of Uber. This was a picture taken at Las Vegas for an event that had gone for Uber. Then I went on to lead growth for Klook and Uber as well. Like you can see, travel the world for that as well. And eventually started, my company LinkedIn as I mean my company Growth School as well. Like I said, I've worked with a bunch of people all over the world. My YouTube talks has over a million people. I don't know if you've come across any of my podcasts. I've done a bunch of podcasts on AI, how to grow using AI and stuff like that with your favorite creators, starting with Raj Shamani to Ganesh from Think School to Sharan Hegre, which is Finance with Sharan. All of these podcasts have millions of views. If you guys want to explore that, go do check it out on YouTube. Right, I've done that as well. I've consulted with over 100 brands. That's me. The reason why I try to give an introduction of mine and the reason why I speak about where I come from is because a lot of people think that if they come from a small town, if they're not great students, by the way, I'm not studied in IC, I'm not studied in any IIT, I don't have an MBA, nothing. Right? I've been a terrible student all my life, like you guys just saw. I don't think any of these are important or needed for you to win. I think what is important for you to win is extreme execution. That is what I've been doing. That is what allowed me to work at companies like Uber, Klook, eventually raise 45 crore rupees from the top investors to build Growth School as well. I thought putting the story out will inspire a couple of people, and that's exactly why I did that. I hope I didn't waste too much of your time, and I hope this was helpful. With that being said, let's jump into more meat right now. I told you things are going to get better and better as we go. And that is what we are going to do right now. What if I tell you there is a tool which is so powerful that can tell you everything about anyone on LinkedIn, and it gives you such detail on people that even they don't know about themselves? It's an AI tool. And the name of the tool is called as Crystal Knows. Okay, I'm going to share the link of the tool as well. It is a Chrome extension. For example, this is Uttam. He is one of the trainers who teaches a lot of LinkedIn and everything around it. He has about 70,000 followers on his LinkedIn. Let's say I want to know everything about Uttam. I have a chat with Uttam tomorrow. How do I go about it? Well, I've basically installed this plugin called as Crystal Knows, and you can see this sidebar that has come up right here. You see this be compelling right here. When I open this sidebar, right, this AI tool will go through the whole profile of Uttam, or any profile for that matter, and it will tell me a lot of things about this person. For example, it is telling me how to communicate with Uttam. Let's say you have an interview with Uttam, or let's say you have a date with someone, and you want to know more about that person before you even get on that conversation. Crystal Knows is that great tool. You can see the things to do with Uttam, things that you should not do with Uttam is all covered here. The behavior that you should stick to when you're talking to, stick to the big picture. He gets bored easily. He leads the conversation in a meeting. When you're writing emails to Uttam, make the message entertaining, provide quick and convenient call of action, avoid too many attachments, how to drive Uttam to take action, expect them to be a couple of minutes late, show excitement for new ideas, use whiteboards or visual aids. What energizes this person? Public speaking, exploration, experiencing new things. What drains that person? Rigid, inflexible schedules, using too much caution, repetitive and routine tasks. Guys, isn't this insane? And not just that, there are literally playbooks, okay, that you can use to be able to find more information about this person. And you can get to know anything, and everything about this person with a few clicks, all using AI. And this tool also gives you email templates. For whatever reason, it's not loading. So I'm going to do a quick research, quick refresh. This tool will also give you email templates, which you can write to this person like Uttam, so that you can get the best replies. And all of this, you know how this works? This tool scans through the profile, reads up the content that this person is creating, and tries to understand what kind of person is this. How should you talk to this person? How do you make sure to take outcomes of this person? And uses AI to be able to give this information to you. Now imagine reading about people using this tool before your interview. You know more about the interviewer than he knows about himself. You know what that interviewer likes, what that interviewer doesn't like. You can use all that information while, let's say, you have a sales pitch. You get to read about that person, not just the information that is present, but AI is literally telling you how to talk to this person. Isn't this insane? Drop in a heart if you like the fact about this. And like I said, this is called as Crystal Nose, and this is the tool. And of course, right, we will share the link of this tool with all of you people as well. You don't have to worry about that. Yes? Awesome. Now, moving on. We have covered all these things already, guys. We have covered all these things already, and there's a lot more coming up. You can see the number of things that we need to cover going forward. There's a lot more things coming up as well. But I hope all of you guys are having a great time. And you guys are learning enough number of things during the course of this time. Now, like I told you, we covered enough. Now we're going to move on to more things. Let's learn how to connect in the right way to people. Now, let me give you some knowledge, because it's also important. Because a lot of times when we're trying to reach out to people on LinkedIn, I see a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. So I want to tell you 3 important factors when you're trying to reach out to someone on LinkedIn or trying to send a connection request. Number 1, personalization. Don't say, "Hey Vaibhav, how are you? I would love to connect with you." You should first send a note when you're trying to connect with someone, but personalize the information. Very, very important. 2, if someone is not replying to your messages, doesn't mean they're not interested in you. That also means that they are busy, they didn't get access to this, they were not able to see the stuff that you have. So always follow up with people. And of course, go about multi-touch point. Now let's start with the first one, which is personalization. So this is an example message that I used to send before when I was trying to connect with people. You see, I would try to use information which people would relate to. I would be like, hey, in this case, right, I was connecting to a few people who were part of the same Facebook group that I was part of then. So I would send a message saying that I found your profile on BAMF Facebook group. I would love to connect. The more you personalize your connection message, the better is your odds to connect with the person. In fact, you know what? You can literally write cold emails using AI to get in touch with people and get jobs of people as well. In fact, you can find email IDs of people as well using AI. Let me show you how you can go about it. Okay. Of course, right? You can use a tool like Claude, which is basically my favorite when it comes to doing tasks like this. And you can use a free version of Claude as well. And I would prefer always to use the most powerful model of Claude. And I can write something like this. Let's say I want to write a cold email to the founder of Zepto asking for a job. I would write a prompt like this. I want to write a cold email. I want you to help me write a cold email to the founder of Zepto. Now, before you write the cold email, I want you to research about the name of the founder, his email ID, if possible. Read a couple of things about the recent news of Zepto from the internet. Read a couple of social media posts of the founder. Use all this information to write a super personalized email for me. And not just that, find me the email ID of the founder so that once I have the email from you, I can use that email ID to send this cold email as well. My name is Vaibhav. I am the founder of Growth School, but I'm, for whatever reason, looking for a growth marketing role in Zepto. Based on that, write a cold email for me. You see, I come to here, which is Claude, and I can click on the settings and toolbar. I can turn on web search, like you can see, and I can turn on extended thinking as well. Okay. Now that I've done this, I've wrote a big prompt. I said write a cold email, but not just write a cold email. I basically said read about the founder, read about the social media content that the founder has created, find the email ID, and put all this information together. And because Claude is agentic, you can see first it did a list of tasks that it needs to do. Now it's trying to research to craft a super personalized cold email. So it's reading about information about Zepto. Guys, that's the whole power of AI, right? When you want to write a great cold email, you need to research a lot about that person. You just cannot say, I want a job. So that is what AI is doing. What AI is doing, it found the name of the founder, right? Once it did, what it's doing, it's reading a bunch of information. It did a bunch of stuff. Look at this Zepto founder name, found the recent news about Zepto, found the recent tweets, found recent LinkedIn posts, now looking for phone numbers. Now that it found everything, found the email ID of the person as well. Now it's writing about, researching about me. Now, once it finds everything, here comes the research information. Here comes all the information about the person. And look at this, guys. Drop in a heart if you think this is crazy. AI did all this research on our behalf to finally write a great cold email for us. Huge congratulations on yesterday's, because a few days back they raised $450 million at $7 billion valuation. It did all that research and wrote a great cold email that I can send to the founder of Zepto. Not just that, it also found the email ID of the founder. And we did all of this with a prompt using a tool like Claude. Now, I could have completely skipped this bit, not even show you this. But the reason why I show you all of these is because I don't want you guys to lose out on any opportunities. World is not easy. I think you have to do two more things to win than everybody else. And I want to teach you ways. And that's exactly why I taught you how you go about it. Again, all these prompts, everything will be shared with you. The tools will be shared with you so that you can use them and find great value as well. Now, something else that I told you, when it comes to reaching people out on LinkedIn, what a lot of people do is they don't do outreach on LinkedIn. Now we did cold email, right? Now let's come back to LinkedIn. People usually don't do outreaches on LinkedIn in the right way. What do I mean by that? Well, what I meant by this is that people follow very rudimentary processes. Something like this. Okay. Now, before I go into this process, what you're going to learn today, what you're going to learn right now is going to be mind blowing, because this is my $100,000 outbound strategy. I've closed literally lakhs and lakhs of rupees of revenue with this same strategy. I'm going to show you at this point of time. You see, when people try to reach out on LinkedIn, right? This is what they do. This is how they reach out on LinkedIn. Let me just quickly show you. You see, they basically send an invitation to people who they want to connect. Most of them don't even mention a note when they send an invitation. And if the person accepts their invitation, the moment they accept their invitation, they'll be like, hey, I'm looking for a job. Can you please give me a job? And most of the times, they don't get a reply. As a result, they leave, saying that LinkedIn doesn't work. Don't you guys agree? This is what people do. They send you an invite. The moment you accept, they send a sales message. Hey, I'm selling this service. Are you interested? Hey, I'm looking for a job. Can you help me? Hey, I'm looking for freelancing. Do you have any work? This is what most of people do. And when they don't get a reply, they give up, saying, oh, damn, LinkedIn doesn't work. Well, the reason why it doesn't work is because this is a very terrible process. Now, a few smart people use a process like this. They send an invite with a personalized note. Because every time you're sending an invitation on LinkedIn, you can send a note with it. So people start to send an invite with a personalized note. Once a personalized note happens, if the person connects, they send a thank you message. If the person send a thank you message, if they get a reply, great. They continue to have the conversation. And if they don't get a reply, you know what they do? They send a follow-up message. The moment someone accepts your message, accepts your invitation, you should say, thank you so much for accepting. Really appreciate it. I would love to have a quick conversation with you on this topic. And if they don't reply, again, people give up. But your job is to follow up. I told you, Money is in the follow up. The moment you follow up, maybe the person didn't see the message. Wait for a few days, do a follow up. And once you do a follow up, maybe there's a chance the person can reply. You do a couple of follow ups, a few people do a couple of follow ups, and they give up. This is what a few smart people do. But you know what? What I'm going to show you right now is my $100,000 outbound strategy. If I have to reach out to people, this is what I would do. And this is a very, very powerful way of going about it. I send an invite with a personalized note. If the person connects and the person replies to my personalized note, great. But if the person connects but doesn't reply to my note, because I already sent a personalized note, what do? I send a thank you message, like I told you. I say, thank you, XYZ, for accepting my connection. Would love to have a conversation with you. I saw your profile. I found it fascinating. This is what I do. Da, 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 da. If the person replies, great. If the person doesn't reply, no reply, I don't follow up. You know what I do? I go into their profile and like the content that they have created or comment on a piece of content that they created. You know what happens when I do that? The moment I like their content or comment on their content, a notification is sent by LinkedIn saying Vaibhav Siddhi commented on your content. Now you see 99.9% of people don't get a lot of likes and comments. So you get their attention. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I accepted this person's invitation. He sent me a message. Now he's coming and commenting on my content as well. Seems to be a good guy. I should reply. And the odds of you getting a reply significantly goes up. But for whatever reason, the person still doesn't reply. What do? Then you drop a follow-up message. You'll be like, hey, I just read this I just read this post of yours yesterday. I absolutely loved it. Great job. Now you'll expect him to reply to your message. If the person still doesn't reply to your message, what do? Do you do a follow-up message? No. You use one more weapon of yours. You know what you do? You go ahead and endorse three of their skills. On their LinkedIn profile, there are a lot of skills that a lot of these people have already put. You can go and click on endorse on their skills. You know what happens when you endorse their skills? LinkedIn again sends a notification asking, saying, Vaibhav Siddhi just endorsed your skill XYZ. Say thank you. You know what happens? A lot of people end up saying thank you. When they click on this button, they automatically reply to your message. As a result, you can start having a conversation. If the still doesn't reply, then you can, of course, drop a follow-up message again. This is my $100,000 outbound strategy. And it doesn't only involve with you dropping follow-up messages, but also involves you to doing things to make LinkedIn remind them of you. When you go and comment on their content, what happens? They will get reminded of you. If by any chance they click on the profile to see your LinkedIn profile on who you are, even if they don't reply, next time you create a piece of content, LinkedIn will make sure that the content that you created is shown to that person. If the person still doesn't reply, you drop a follow-up message. If the person still doesn't reply, you endorse their skills. So LinkedIn again reminds you of them. Reminds them of you. If the person still doesn't reply, then you do a follow-up message. So you're using different features of LinkedIn to remind that person of you. That is what gets you insane outputs. Guys, if you think this is powerful, drop in a heart. I see a lot of people. I hope this is mind-blowing, right? And you know what? What if I told you can automate all of this? You can literally automate the whole process using AI. So all of this process is done by AI rather than you doing it. All you need to do is give it a bunch of profiles and it will take care of itself. That is the kind of crazy things that you can do today, but it's obviously like it will take us a lot of time to go through it, but we will talk about it very, very soon in some time as well. So that is the LinkedIn way of going about it, my way of going about it, and how I make sure that everybody I want attention of, I'm getting from them. Right? Awesome. Now, would you want to learn how you can find interesting people who are part of your teaching using AI? Now think about this. Let's say you want to get in touch with someone. Okay, get in touch with a type of people. And the best way to get in touch with those people is either you're connected with them, or if you have friends who are connected with them. That would be the best way to get in touch with anyone. And all of this is productized by this incredible tool called as happenstance. You know what it does? This tool allows you to search for kind of people, any kind of people that you want, from your LinkedIn, from your Twitter, from your Gmail, and not just yours, of your friends Gmail, friends LinkedIn, friends Twitter as well. So it makes your friends network your network as well, all using AI. And it is called as happenstance. And let me show you how this works. Again, these are incredible tools that are enabled all because of AI. Now, this is what happenstance looks like. It is a free tool that you can get started with. And I could just say, I'm looking for founders who are in San Francisco who are building AI companies and who have less than 100 employees in their companies. And someone who I can sell my AI generalist services to. I just explain what I want and I click on send. And you know what happens with this tool? Now, as it is working, as it's doing its job, right? Let me tell you what I've done. There is something called as connectors. On connectors, I've connected my Gmail, I've connected my LinkedIn, I've connected my Twitter, I've connected all of this. So all of a sudden, this AI tool is searching within my network, and not just that, it's also searching within my network of network, right? And that is what it is doing at this point of time. And look at this, it has started to read about it. Now I've given a basic search on my connections. This tool will go and dig for people like this who either I'm connected to or my friends are connected to. And it uses incredible reasoning model. Look at this. It automatically set the filter to San Francisco. It put up all the traits. It automatically came up with a bunch of phrases that it should search for. It uses something called as graph search, which is even more advanced form of search that I don't know how to do about it. It writes a bunch of SQL query for us. I need to know any of this. It does all of this work for me, right? And once it is done with everything, it will give me a list of profiles. You can see this. I'm searching for 154,000 first degree connections of yours and 346,000 connections of 2,500 friends. So it's not only searching my network, it's search network of 2,254 friends that I have. And here it comes. Guys, drop in a heart if you think this is crazy. It found people who I'm already connected with or who I have a way to get in touch with very easily by doing a deep search. Guys, we are sitting on gold mine of information already. We just don't know how to query it. And this tool makes it happen. If I like someone, I can open it, I can get in touch, it finds all the profiles for me, and I can get in touch with them. In the same way, I can research for a person as well. Any person that I want, I can just send the information of that person. It can research, do a deep research about that person as well for me. That is what happenstance can do for us. Awesome? All right. That's what happenstance is. I'll share the URL of this tool for you as well. Now, let's jump into content. We have done a lot about profile optimization. We have done a lot about how do you reach out to people. We have done a lot about how do you do outbound. We have done a lot about how can I find more people to get in connect with. I've done all that good stuff. How many of you guys want to get into the game on how I get 1 million views every single month from LinkedIn? And you know what? I use AI to write almost all of my content. Literally almost all of my content, I use AI to. I use AI to write. And that is what I want to teach you. Some of the tricks of the trade that I have, which I think will be super useful for a lot of you people. Now, before I go into my content, right? You might be like, oh, Vaibhav is saying, but is he actually getting views on his content? So, because you guys, I know for a fact you'll have a lot of these questions. Let me show you some, right? So this is how many views I get. This piece of content that I put a few weeks back has 50,000 views. This video, these are videos, has 50,000 views again. There's a written post that it has right here, 200,000 views. Okay. One more post that I've written. All this content is completely written using AI, guys, by the way. Okay, 59,000 views. One more piece of content, 80,000 views. One more piece of content, 56,000 views. Again, a video, 70,000 views. And can I tell you that all these videos are also AI generated? That is not me. That's my AI clone. FYI. I don't shoot any of my content. I'm going to show you what that is very, very soon. Again, written content, 153,000 views. This content that I wrote a month back, 285,000 views. And all of this content is either written by AI or the videos that you see here are completely generated using AI. Do you guys want to learn how to go about doing this? Drop in a heart. Drop in a let's go in the chat if you guys want to learn how to go about winning content using AI. Let's go in the chat. Yes. All right. As we do it, as we get to it, we're going to take a quick 3-minute break. Once we come back, we're going to jump right into, I'm going to teach you how I create content using AI, the frameworks that I use, the tools that I use, and the kind of tech that I use to even generate videos, all using AI. I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break because I have to rush to the washroom and come back. And once I do that, we are going to jump right inside of this. Here comes a 3-minute timer. We have it right here. And once I come back, we're going to resume right here. And if you guys want a quick break, now is your time. Take your couple of minutes of break and we will be back right inside of this as the 2 minutes is over. कहाँ चले? All right. We're back from the break. I hope all of you guys are back from the break. Drop in a thumbs up if you guys are all back from the break. I thought I should give you a couple of minutes because my team was pinging saying a lot of people are asking for break. Let's give them a couple of minutes of break. I hope this was helpful. All right. Now let's jump into writing and creating content using AI, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to learn how to go about it. Right? And that is what we're going to learn at this point of time. The first thing, actually, the beauty of all of this is, as I got started with LinkedIn, it was quite hard for me to do a lot of things all manually. But with AI coming into the picture, this changes the game. You can now make AI write like you, right? You can find content for LinkedIn that goes viral. How many of you guys would want to love to know about that as well? The content, how can you come with content ideas that is going viral on LinkedIn or that could go viral on LinkedIn, right? Drop in a heart. I'm sure a lot of people are like, you come across a blog article and you're like, okay, you know what? If I could convert this into a LinkedIn post, that would be great. You could do that as well. Or maybe you came across a YouTube video and you want to convert that YouTube video into a blog, into a LinkedIn post. You could do that as well. There are a bunch of crazy things that you can do with AI. And that is what I thought I will teach you. And you know what? The best part about this
While you were
is the
sleeping.
solution to all of this is a single tool. You can do all these things with a single tool, and that tool is called as Supergrow. Let me show you how this tool looks like. Now, let me be very upfront. It has a free trial, but this tool is paid because it does a lot of things. But I thought I should teach you, and you can use a free trial to play with a lot of it for the first 30 days that it gives you for free, right? But this tool is game changer. Now you can do all of these things manually as well, but this tool changes the game for me out of the box. This is how the tool looks like, guys. It's called Supergrow. I've just logged in and a bunch of crazy options. Right now, first things first, it can do a lot of analytics. So I can see how my LinkedIn is performing, how my content is performing, how am I getting my content likes, views, everything, all that good stuff it can do. Now, of course, right, because it's an AI tool generate a LinkedIn tool, it can generate LinkedIn content for me. So I can simply go to post generator and there's a bunch of options, like I said. I can upload a PDF and convert that into a LinkedIn post. I can upload a video and convert that into a LinkedIn post. I can give a blog article and convert that into a LinkedIn post. Let's say here is one of the YouTube videos that I created some time back. It's a video on new AI updates of the week. It's on YouTube. I can simply copy the URL of this. Let's say I want to convert this into a LinkedIn post. It could be any YouTube video for that matter, right? I could simply come here, click on generate a post from YouTube video, and just paste the URL. There you go. I pasted the YouTube video URL. Now, here is what I really like about this tool. It gives me a bunch of formats that could go viral on LinkedIn. So I can select a format. Look at this. Learning insights and a bunch of learning insights. Achievements and milestones, practical tips. So these are all formats that work really well on LinkedIn, right? So I'm going to say this. I spent X hours studying topics so that you don't have to. Here are the things. This is the format that I want this tool to create my LinkedIn post on from a YouTube video that I shared with it. I can say use my post format, and that's it. And I can simply click on generate. You know what it will do? It will watch the video on your behalf, understand the post format that is right here. It will pull in that format and use that format to create a LinkedIn post for us. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Drop in a heart if you think this is crazy. It watched the whole YouTube video for us and came up with this LinkedIn post. I spent 6 hours breaking down OpenAI's Dev Day so that you don't have to. Here are 4 tools that will turn your business into an AI-powered empire. And it read the whole video, watched the whole video on our behalf, and created this LinkedIn post. Now I can continue to click on this edit button to edit this post. In fact, I can make it even better if I want to. You can see this, it's right here. The whole post is there. If I want to make changes, I can edit text, make changes to this. And if I want, because I've connected to my LinkedIn, I can simply click on one button to publish this, or I can schedule this as well out of this tool directly. How cool is this? Right? And you know what? Just in case if you're not sure if this post is good enough or not, they have an AI which takes about 30 to 40 seconds to analyze the content it came up with. And it can tell you if the content piece is good enough or not as well. They can do that as well. So look at that. It's a 5 out of 5. So the AI tool says this content is very good and has a very good odds of going viral on LinkedIn. Now, this is only one thing, right? I told you in post generator, you can, of course, upload a YouTube video, of course, give a blog article and can convert anything into it. You can give your thoughts, it can convert that into thing as well. But let's say I want something else. Let's say I found, if you go to this place called as viral posts on this tool, you know what it does? It gives you a list of content that is going viral on LinkedIn on any topic you want. Let's say I want to create content on ChatGPT or AI. Okay. I just search for the keyword AI. I click search. You know what it will do? It will find content that is going viral on LinkedIn right now on AI. You can see this. This post has 3,200 likes. This post has 1,700 likes. So this gives you a great way to create more content by taking inspiration from something that is already going viral. Right? For example, let's say I like this post by Ali, or let's say I like this post by Daniel. Okay. I think if I create a content similar to this, it can go viral as well. Because this has already done very well on LinkedIn. So you can keep scrolling, you can keep finding a piece of content that you think would go viral if you create, because it has already done pretty well on LinkedIn. Right? For example, let's say this one. You want to create a content similar to this because this content did very well on LinkedIn. It has gone viral in the past. I can simply click on this repurpose button. And here is where the magic is. Of course, I can select again content formats like you saw right now, or I can select content style and add a new style. What do I mean by that? When I click on add a new style, right, I can simply click on add posts. And you know what? It can automatic, you can give the LinkedIn URL of your profile. You click on fetch post, right? What it will do is it will fetch all the LinkedIn posts that you have created in the past. Or if you give anybody's profile, it will fetch posts of those profiles. And all you can do is you can select the posts of those people. You can see that's exactly what I'm doing. And once I do that, I click on add post, right? What it will do is it will read through your past content and learn how you write. And all of a sudden, their AI tool will create your own style. For example, in this case, my own style is the VS style. And if I select my own style right now, I can create content. It can rewrite the content in my own style. So let's go back to viral posts. Let's say in this case, we select personal branding I want to create content on. Let's say I want to recreate this content. I can simply click on repurpose. I can select content style. And because I've already done my style, because I've given 10 posts of mine, the AI understood how I write and it selected as a format, VS style. When I simply click on generate post, right, it takes inspiration from this post and rewrites that post in my own style. Heart in the chat if you like what you're listening to. So this tool is not just creating content. It has the ability to create content exactly like you. And that is what it just did. Look at this. It read a bunch of my content and generated content exactly like me, so that when people are reading my content, they think I wrote it. But you know what? AI wrote it. And I can simply publish this and I can get a ton of views right here. How crazy is this? This is the kind of stuff that you can do, and there is so much more, guys. You can find influencers, you can autopilot your posts and whatnot. It's actually an incredible tool. There's a reason why this tool costs about 30,000 rupees a year to use, because it's very, very powerful, and about 3,000 rupees a month, but it's totally worth the money because you're able to autopilot your LinkedIn. You spend 5 minutes on your LinkedIn and you're able to generate a lot using LinkedIn, using this tool, and get a lot of views as well. Now that I've taught you a few things about content and the kind of tools you should use, I also thought maybe I should teach you the kind of content that does well on LinkedIn. Fun. Images. Images does do well only if there is a direction to it. What do I mean by that? For example, there is this post that I created. It was about Zerodha, but I had a picture with the founder of Zerodha. As a result, I posted picture and I created content. As a result, it did well. So many people write content and put an irrelevant picture. Nothing makes sense then. Don't do that. put relevant pictures, it will do well for you. Videos are incredible, and with AI, it gets even better. You see, when you write content on LinkedIn, people can only read and remember based on your name. But when you create videos, they remember your face. Do you guys agree with it? When you make videos as well, they remember your face. So you build a much powerful brand. Now, a lot of people will be like, Vaibhav, I don't want to create videos because I'm not comfortable. I don't have the time. Well, you can get AI to create videos for you. And that is the beauty of that. Of course, you can create carousels as well, and you can use Supergrow to be able to generate it. But the content that does really well on LinkedIn are basically stories. If you're able to put together your thoughts and write it in form of storytelling, people absolutely love it and it does really, really well. Another kind of content that you can create on LinkedIn are about topics that are trending right now. Again, tools like Supergrow can help you to create that content faster, but trend jacking is a very powerful way. If you talk about something that is doing really well right now or is going viral or everybody's talking about that, if you're the first person or the first few people to talk about it, very high chances of that going viral. And of course, don't give up on voicing your opinion as well. You must have noticed something in the content that I've shown you so far. There is a format inside of this, a format of creating content that goes viral. And the sad reality is that there is no formula. Consistency is the biggest growth hack when it comes to writing content on LinkedIn. And I want you guys to listen to me very, very clearly again. The biggest growth hack of LinkedIn content is consistency. Now, there are a lot of tools. You have AI, you have all these workflows that you can set up right now to be able to solve problems for you. You should be able to ship content, let's say 3 days a week, but consistently, because that is what will give you the kind of results you want. And this is a format for a perfect LinkedIn post. And let me show you what this format is. The first 3 lines of the text of your LinkedIn post should act like a hook. You see, the LinkedIn algorithm, the way the LinkedIn algorithm works is actually very interesting. A lot of people don't know about this. The more reach, if you want a lot of reach on your content, LinkedIn looks at how much time on an average is a user spending reading your LinkedIn post. Did you listen to me? Give me a thumbs up if you understood what I'm trying to tell you. The amount of time a user spends on your LinkedIn post, reading your LinkedIn post, has a direct correlation to the virality of the LinkedIn post. Of course, likes are important. Of course, comments are important. Of course, shares are important. But what is most important is the amount of time a user is spending. That increases the reach of your content. As a result, it is very important for you to break the content down in the first 3 lines to intrigue the user. And when you do that, right, people click on the see more button. If you realize when you see LinkedIn content, you on the feed, right, you can't see more than the first 3 lines. If you think about how you decide if you should read a piece of content or not, you read this first 3 lines and then you decide if you should read the rest of it or not. Right? So this is the hook. How do you write your first 3 lines so well that people want to click on the see more? When they click on the see more, the rest of the post opens up and LinkedIn also tracks that. How many people are clicking on see more? And then you need to write it in an engaging format. Don't write in bulky paragraphs. Keep it short, keep it precise, keep it to point. Don't use fancy English. And always end with a question. When you end with a question, people end up commenting. And more people comment, the more will be your reach. You see how we are optimizing our LinkedIn post? First, we optimize our first 3 lines so that more people will click on see more. The moment they click on see more, we are breaking down the text in a way that the sentences are not long, so people don't have a cognitive overload. As a result, they spend the time to read it. Once they are reading it, once you have engaging content, and you can use AI to do that very well, you always end with a question. When you end with a question, people will comment. And when they comment, you'll again get more reach. That is how you optimize your content to go viral on LinkedIn. And that, my friends, is the content formula. Okay, we have covered a bunch of things. There's still few more things to go. I know I wanted to wrap this up in the next 30 minutes, but I will try to do my best. Is it okay if I cross a little time?
भाई
Because we like, I didn't anticipate that it will take me so long, but you have to understand how much am I trying to cover here.
आगे
I'm
आगे
trying to give you as much value as possible, and I hope that's okay if I take like 15-20 minutes more.
भाई इससे खतरनाक चीजें हैं यार
Awesome. Now let's move on. What if I tell you there's an AI tool that can help you write replies on your comments as well? By the way, it is a Chrome extension, and it is called as meetemily.ai. This is a Chrome extension. I can simply click to add to Chrome, and I can add this Chrome extension. If I've installed this Chrome extension, right? If I go to LinkedIn, let's say I click on comment, because I've installed this Chrome extension, you will see this button called as AI reply. It's free, by the way. If I tap on AI reply and I put whatever I want, the AI will read the whole post for me and write a comment for me. Look at that. And I can simply click on comment. So I didn't even read this post, by the way. AI read this whole post, understood what it is, and also wrote the comment for me. And I can do that on as many posts as I want. Let's say I want to type a comment. I click on the comment button, click on this AI reply. I can do whatever I want here. And look at this. AI reads the question, inserts the comment. I can simply click on insert comment and click on comment, and that's it. Heart if you like what you're seeing. This is how you can get AI to reply for you using a Chrome extension. This only works on a desktop. It doesn't work on a mobile phone. Using this Chrome extension called as Emily, which you can get on meetemily.ai. Right? Meetemily.ai. Of course, don't worry. We'll send you links to all these tools, and it's a free tool as well, which you can absolutely enjoy. Right? Awesome. My bad. Okay. Moving on. Now, you know what? Of course, right? I'm sure you guys know this, but I wanted to quickly teach you this hack as well. I already taught you. Let's say you're creating a content on this a post on how Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are fighting, and you want to create a very interesting image for that. I use AI for generating all my images. And one of my favorite tools when it comes to generating images of public figures. Now, if I have to generate an image of mine, of course, I can use ChatGPT or whatever, right? Or Gemini. But if I want to generate images of public figure, then I use this tool called as Grok. Okay, what is Grok? Grok is like ChatGPT, but it's by Elon Musk, right? And I use Grok, and Grok is actually very cool because Grok can generate images with public figure as well. Let's say I want an image like this. Generate a photorealistic image of Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg in a cage fight, looking bruised. There is blood on their faces, and they're looking at each other in a very, very fierce way. I want the image to look very, very photorealistic. You see, I can send a prompt like this. In most of the cases, ChatGPT will not even allow me to generate an image of a Elon Musk or a Mark Zuckerberg. But Grok, look at that. Grok can generate images like this for us. No matter what you want, you can go wild and it will generate photorealistic images of this. Isn't this crazy? And you know what? Grok also has an option of one tap to video. And you can see this. It didn't only make it into an image. Now, by clicking on that one button, Grok can literally convert this into a video. You can see this. It's 45% done. Let's give it some time. And you know, when you're creating content, it's very smart if you're able to use AI to create interesting content. And that is what we are trying to do here. How can we find interesting imagery? Instead of saying Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are literally fighting on Twitter, you put a cage fight image. Look at this. It just got converted into a video, and you can see there's blood splashing all over. But anyways, it's a AI generated one, obviously. But I thought I should quickly show you on what is possible with Grok. The kind of things that you can do with Grok that you cannot do. You cannot do this with a ChatGPT or Gemini. You can only do it with Grok. Only Elon Musk will allow you to do things like this with AI. Nobody else will. right? As a result, I thought a lot of people don't realize the value of Grok. I thought I will quickly talk about that as well. Now, like I told you, almost all my LinkedIn content videos that you see here, in fact, not just my LinkedIn, my Instagram videos as well, are all completely AI generated. Okay, let me show you a couple of videos. I am pretty sure you will not even believe that they are AI generated, but they actually are. In fact, check this video, guys. This is my YouTube video.
OpenAI just launched a new app store. While you were sleeping, OpenAI just launched a new app store inside ChatGPT. And guess what? It has 800 million active users on day one. At Dev Day, Sam Altman revealed Agent Builder, a tool that could replace tools like N8N or Zapier. Codex, which makes coding 10 times faster. And with apps like Spotify and Figma built right into ChatGPT, it's now a full app platform. In this video, I'm breaking down all the big announcements you might have missed.
Guys, what you're seeing right now, this person here is actually not me. It's my AI clone. The audio that you're hearing right now is not mine either. That is also my AI clone's voice. This video is not created by me. It is all AI generated. Not just this video. By the way, it has 80,000 views on YouTube. And, and not just this, let me show you more. This is a LinkedIn post that I've generated just for you to get an idea. This person that you see here,
The new iPhone. And guess what?
This is not me either.
Here are the
That's my
9
AI
major
clone.
updates from the event.
This
and
is
why
not-
I'm not
this is
excited
not me
about any
either.
of them. Except number
this is not me either. That's my AI clone as well. I
Max
create a
looks great,
lot of
but
video
not enough.
content
The
right
design-
now on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and also on YouTube. Every video is completely AI generated. Let me open my Instagram as well. Every single piece of content that you see on all my social, I have 1 million, almost 1.2 million followers right now. Everything, actually, everything is completely AI generated. And all of this is created using AI. This is
built
not me
India's
either.
fastest growing
That's my
startup
AI
and
clone.
stunned
as well.
the Mark Zuckerberg
This is
just
not me either. This is my AI clone as well. The voice, everything is completely AI generated. Right? And the way I do it is using this very cool tool where I clone my voice, clone my audio. Of course, there's a lot of fine tuning that I do. It's not as simple as I call it to be. And the name of the tool is actually called as HeyGen. And the same tool allows me to also translate my voice into different languages. This is HeyGen, by the way. Okay. And you can see this. All these videos that you're seeing at this point of time are completely AI clones of mine. They are not me. They are my AI clones. I've shot once and can do everything. In fact, if I want my videos to be spoken in multiple other languages, let's say in a language that I don't speak, Spanish, it can do that. I can simply click on create. I can say translate video. I can say hyper realistic translation. Upload the video that I wanted to translate in a language that I want. Right? And that's it. You can see this. This is me speaking in Spanish at this point of time.
Todo el mundo habla sobre el razonamiento en la IA, pero ¿qué carajos significa eso realmente? ¿Y por qué todos los laboratorios de IA están obsesionados con eso? Bienvenidos a la semana 6 de Decodificando la IA. Vamos a desglosarlo.
Obviously, I don't speak Spanish. Obviously, I don't speak Spanish, but AI is speaking Spanish for me with mouth sync and everything. Also, this actual video was created in English, also created using AI.
Everyone's talking about reasoning in AI, but what the fuck does that even mean? And why is every
Okay, that is what it is. And now I can also translate that in Hindi without even me doing anything.
हर कोई एआई में रीजनिंग की बात कर रहा है, लेकिन इसका मतलब आखिर है क्या? और हर एआई लैब इसके पीछे इतनी दीवानी क्यों है? डिकोडिंग एआई के छठे हफ्ते में आपका स्वागत है। आइए इसे समझते हैं। कुछ साल पहले एआई लैब्स अपने साइज को लेकर शेख ही बघाड़ती थीं, ट्रिलियंस पैरामीटर।
Guys, I want to tell you this. Of course, I wish I could show you this, but this will take me a lot of time for me to pull this off. But what I want to show you is the video is a clone to start with and can speak in literally any language I want it to speak. Of course, I've done it using HeyGen, which is a paid tool, which costs about 30,000 rupees a year again. But it's very, very powerful. And it's crazy what you can do with it. And it's crazy how you can scale yourself with it as well. And I wanted to give you this knowledge that it's not just about written content. You can create videos, you can create audios, you can speak in any language you want, and you can go beyond the scale that that is possible, all using AI without hiding anything from you guys. That is what I wanted to show you in this workshop. I'm pretty sure. Folks, did you guys enjoyed what you saw so far? Drop a boom in the chat if you guys enjoyed what you saw so far. We learned profile optimization using AI. We learned how to build profile pictures using AI. We learned how to connect with a bunch of people using AI. We learned literally 10, 15 different tools. We learned workflows. I showed you the outbound system. I showed you how I create content using AI. I showed you how to create videos and audios also using the tool using AI. Yes, awesome. Now, I'm sure you're trying to accomplish a lot of things from this workshop. So I wanted to give you a little more perspective as we go for the last 15 minutes of the session. It's the last 15 minutes of the session. I wanted to give you more perspective because as you go out of this workshop, I want you to go with new ideas and how you can win the world win this AI first world with LinkedIn. I'm pretty sure a lot of you people want to build a personal brand, generate leads for your business or as a freelancer, start a side hustle, start a new business, or get a high-paying job. Is this true that you're trying to accomplish one of these or all of this? Drop in a heart if this is making sense. You either want to build a personal brand, want a job, want to start a side hustle, want to start a new business, or generate leads for your business or as a freelancer. Yes? Here's the reality. Most of you can't do it. And the reason you can't do it is because you give up after the workshop is over. The reason you can't do it is that most of the people don't realize that you have to do things differently. This is what I wanted to put together and connect dots for you. I want you guys to be focused for the next 15 minutes. I'm going to turn off everything. The next 15 minutes is going to be the most powerful 15 minutes you have ever heard of when it comes to this. I've taught you the tools. I've taught you the playbooks. Right now, I want to teach you how you can think with AI so that you can build things and you can do things differently than 99.9% of the people. So if you are till here, don't give up for the next 15 minutes because it's going to change the way you think. Are you guys ready? Drop in a heart. I'm going to turn on the reactions. Drop in a heart if you guys are ready. Yes, I want to see energy from everyone. I didn't talk about it. I told you there's a big surprise, but I didn't want to tell you too much about it because I want people who don't give up, who stay till the end, only to know about my secret workflows. And that is what I'm going to reveal at this point of time. Brilliant. I'm sure a lot of you people want to build strong personal brands. Let me show you stories of a few people who managed to do it. Then I'll tell you how they did it as well. Okay? Prashant, one of people who met me sometimes back, right now generates 400,000 content views on LinkedIn, closes 2 leads a week, has totally generated 18 different deals, and generates 20 lakhs in yearly revenue, out of which 15 lakhs has come from LinkedIn. How many of you guys want to be like Prashant? Drop in a heart. Someone like Samuk, who started at 4,000 followers, right now has 1.2 lakh followers, is LinkedIn top voice, generated 6 posts with more than 20,000 likes, and has generated insane amount of business. Incredible personal brand he has built, all using AI and LinkedIn. Or someone like Shiva, who used to get 300 views on his content, now gets 30,000 views and makes over 2 lakhs as a side hustle from LinkedIn. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, I want to build a side hustle as well while having a full-time job. How many of you guys have a full-time job but still want to make side income? Because obviously, right, it's not enough. It's never enough. And in the AI world that we're entering, this is even more important. Let me tell you the story of Neha, who started to get 5 to 6 job offers after she started to apply the frameworks that I'm talking about. Ramya, who started at 28,000 rupee per month job, now generates 50 lakhs per year for her digital agency using LinkedIn. Or someone like GVS Krishna, who generated over 14 lakhs as a consultant while working for a full-time job using the frameworks that I'm going to talk about. Or someone like Mansi, who set up a digital agency while working for a job, now works with more than 6 different brands. or you want to generate leads as a founder. Vedika, who has over 200,000 followers, runs her own agency right now. Vipin, who sold 50 different copies, 50 copies of his newsletter from LinkedIn. Or Faisal, who generates 80% of his revenue from LinkedIn only. If you use the workflows in the right way, you can get jobs. I just show you the proof of some incredible results, not just of me, of other people. You can build following. You can get hundreds of thousands of views on your content. You can generate leads. You can get job offers, and you can also generate a side income or a side hustle. Or, of course, you can build your own company as well. The most powerful social network today, without a doubt, is LinkedIn. And you know what's the power of this? If you double down on building a personal brand on LinkedIn, it helps you with everything. If you build a personal brand, it automatically will generate leads for you. It automatically will generate inbounds for you. It automatically will help you to get consulting gigs, will help you to get new job opportunities. But not just that. If you do a good job with LinkedIn, you can build following everywhere. What do I mean by that? It translates to it, and I have an actual proof of that. I started with 500k followers on LinkedIn. Those 500k followers, because a lot of people saw my content, when I started to create content on Twitter, I very quickly grew to 100,000 followers. When I started to create content on Instagram, Instagram grew even faster. Right now, I'm at a 1.1 million followers. In fact, right now at 1.2, and I'm growing faster than anywhere. I started creating content on YouTube. I got 200k followers in no time as well. And my email newsletter has over 2 million followers or 2 million readers. How is this happening? There's a ripple effect that happens when you create content on LinkedIn. Am I making sense? Give me a thumbs up, guys. When you build a personal brand on LinkedIn, building a personal brand everywhere else becomes very, very easy. A lot of people say, what is a secret sauce? This is a secret sauce. It was LinkedIn all the time. If you want to replicate this for yourself, I told you, I'm going to show you powerful ways on how you can do this for yourself. If you want to replicate this for yourself, here's the loop you have to follow. And guys, I always think about all these things in form of loops. The loop here is come up with great content ideas. Convert those ideas into content using content formulas that I just shared with you. Once you share those content with content formula, see what is working. When you create a lot of content, you'll get a lot of data. See what is working. Use that learnings to create more content. And rinse and repeat this process. Come up with ideas, create content, analyze what's working, understand what is working, create more of what's working, and not just to create this content just on LinkedIn, create this content on multiple other platforms as well. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, this is so much of work. Well, you know what? You can use some incredible tools like vidIQ, SEMrush, Curata, Answer the Public, BuzzSumo, Exploring Topics, Hyperfury, Taplio, Tweet Hunter, tools like this. Of course, I cannot cover all these tools. So that's why I'm talking about all these tools. Take a screenshot of this and read about them later if you want to. Tools like this will enable you to grow faster. AI can help you set up processes. And this is how I grow fast. And you know what? One of the most important things about coming up with content ideas is that you have to be the first person to create content on a topic so that you can go viral. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, how do I become the first person to create a top content on any topic to go viral? Because a lot of people already know about it. Well, using AI. This is a process that you can do. You see, millions of content get published every day. And that content is seeded into something called as RSS feeds. You can use a tool like Feedly, which is like a accumulation of multiple RSS feeds. Inside of Feedly, you can mention the keywords that you're interested in. Let's say you want to create content on AI. The moment you put a content keyword as AI, every time a piece of content on AI is posted, Feedly knows about it in the first 10 minutes before anyone else in the world. Once it knows, you can set up a Zapier automation where you don't need any line of code, where you can connect it to OpenAI AI models, and you can say, look, this is a piece of content that has just gone viral, just gone out on the internet. Read this content and rate this content from a scale of 1 to 10 on the potential of it to go viral. If the scale of that going viral is more than 8, ping that piece of content to me on my Slack. Or create a piece of content automatically on that using my Supergrow tool and publish it on my LinkedIn right away. You can automate the whole process of identifying the content, getting AI to check if the content is very good, use the prompt using a tool like Zapier, and connect it to your LinkedIn so you can automatically post that content as well. Or it can send you a ping on your Slack or your WhatsApp or anywhere. You can read about it. Once you approve it, it can post it on the LinkedIn as well. It's all about creating this processor and creating this automations. Guys, in the world that we are living in of AI, please learn how to automate stuff using AI. Please learn how to build AI agents to do your job. That is how I do most of my things. And of course, use a perfect LinkedIn post idea, right? To be able to do it. And of course, right, there's so many reasoning and research tools out there, starting from Grok to ChatGPT to Claude to Perplexity. You can use a bunch of these tools to make it happen. Now you'll be like, Vaibhav, all this is great, but how do I connect SuperGrow to this? Well, you don't need to. Using Zapier, you can make ChatGPT write exactly like you. How do you do that? Well, here's a simple framework. Take 10 of pieces of content that you have written in the past. It could be on LinkedIn, it could be on Instagram, anywhere that you have written. Send all that content to ChatGPT and say, tell ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, this is how I write my content. This is my style. Go through it and give me a prompt which I can use so that you can write like me. Do I make sense? I'm giving 10 pieces of content that I've written to ChatGPT, and I'm telling ChatGPT, go through all my content, understand how I write, and give me a prompt that I can give back to you so that you can write exactly like me. Once I get that prompt, I will give that to my AI agent which creates my content. And that is how I'm able to generate content which writes like me at scale using automation as well. This is the power of AI and automation. And of course, right, you can do the same thing with blog articles, YouTube videos, or whatever. Now you can give these articles, it can write LinkedIn content, and of course, you can build custom GPTs for this as well inside of ChatGPT, which are basically AI bots which can repeatedly do your job like charm. Now, if you want your content to win, you need to understand time boosts. You need to understand things like engagement baits. You need to be in correct pods to be able to get access to it. But always analyze what is working for you. Look into the content. Look into the data. If a content is going viral, ask yourself, why did this content go viral? Why the other 5 pieces didn't go viral? Understand that nuance. And try to use that nuance to recreate content. Of course, you can use AI to build automatic generators to be able to analyze all your content on the go all the time as well. But please do that. And if you don't know how to do it, use tools like Keyhole, Visal, or Shield AI to be able to tell you what content is working well. This is what most of the people who are rock stars are able to use, but they don't want you guys to know. And I'm basically revealing all of this in front of you guys so that you have every right to win. Now, a lot of you people are like, I want to generate leads and make passive income out of it. Who is stopping you from doing that? In the AI first world that we are living in, we know jobs are gonna vanish, right? And if it is vanishing, how prepared are we about it? What are we doing about it? What are the things that you can do? I think the bare minimum thing that you need to do, that you actually need to do, is to start building your side income. How many of you guys agree with it? Give me a thumbs up. That it is important for us to start generating our monetization as a side income. It's very important because the world that you're going through is very shaky. And LinkedIn is a perfect place for you to start this. And I've done this for myself. I've told you, we've generated millions of dollars just from LinkedIn, right? And I want all of you guys to be able to replicate it yourself. Of course, right? The way you can get customers on LinkedIn is inbound and outbound. Let me give you some ideas very quickly. Let's talk about some inbound ideas. How can you go about it? A very simple way. I told you about the outbound system. Let's say you want to sell a service. You can create an automation where AI can reach out to people on your behalf and send them a LinkedIn message to sell your services. Or you can create a content and link your services in the post or in a comment or in a profile. Or you can ask users to drop their details on the comments. You must have seen a lot of people saying, hey, this is what I built. Comment this keyword if you want that resource. Why do they do it? Well, because it's an inbound lead generation content loop. When you create content that make users drop details in their comment, what happens? The comment increases the reach of the post. When the comment increases the reach of the post, more people will comment, and more people will see the post, and more people will see comments. You generate more leads in that process, and the loop repeats. It's all about frameworks, guys. It's all about frameworks that a lot of people don't realize. And you know what? When you get hundreds of comments, you're like, how do I get details of people? Well, you can use tools like Phantom Buster, Octopus, TextAU to scrape that data without writing a single line of code, of course. Right? It's very simple. Anybody can do it if you know how to use the right tools in the right way. And using the same content loop, right? Like I told you, I've generated hundreds of thousands of USD when I was a student. When I was a working professional. I was able to do this. Now I don't have to hide this information. So I'm giving it away so that you guys know how you can leverage this as well. And of course, right, like I told you, there are things like OPN hack that you can do. What is that? Let's say you have a competitor profile. Let's say you have a LinkedIn profile of a person who is doing really well, but he is or she is in your same zone. He or she is doing the same thing that you do as well. How do you steal their audience? Every time they create a piece of content, right? Go look at who are the people who are liking their content, who are the people who are commenting on their content. Those are engaged users. You can set up an automation saying that every time Vaibhav creates content, let's say you are my competition, every time Vaibhav creates content, wait for one day, look at the people who are liking and commenting his content, automatically go connect with them. Write a personalized note using AI and send them an invitation request. Once they accept the invitation, drop an automatic thank you message. If they don't reply, go and like their content. If they still don't reply, engage with their content again. If they still don't reply, do a follow-up message. If they still don't reply, endorse their skills. If they still don't reply, do another follow-up message. And you can do all of this using automation. This is reverse engineering and stealing, OPN hack or other people network hack. And the kind of tools that you can use to go about it is TextAU, Expandy, Snove.io, Apollo, Hunter, Zapier, right? And you can also, you know what, the crazy part about AI is that you can send super personalized images as well. That is, you can send an image, let's say with a coffee mug with his name, with the person's name on it. Let's say you send me a message saying, Cheers Vaibhav, and the coffee mug has Cheers Vaibhav written on it. And that is an image that you have sent to a person at scale. You're sending those images at scale, personalized with the sender's name on the image, automated all using AI. Guys, what you're listening, if it is mind-blowing, drop a heart so that I know you guys are with me and I'm not blabbering with myself. This is the kind of possibilities that can happen today with AI and the kind of tools you can go about it. So guys, now that I've given you all the frameworks, now that I've showed you all the tools and everything around it, do you believe that you're 10x better than you were in the beginning of the session? Drop a 10x in the chat. Drop a 10x in the chat if you feel you're 10x better than in the beginning. I'm sorry, I told you guys that I'm going to cross some time, and I actually ended up doing that as well. Now I have a question for you. How many of you guys want to become 100x better? Learn how to use AI, learn how to use the automation, learn how to put all the frameworks that I just showed you in action. Drop a me in the chat. Drop a me in the chat if that is you. Actually, with your messages, insane. So folks, here's the thing, right? If you guys want to get there faster, there are two paths you can take. Obviously, right? You can learn everything yourself. We're going to give you the document. I'll ask my team to also give you those frameworks, those flowcharts that you just saw, so that you can see the tools and see the things and you can figure it out yourself. And we're going to update this and we will share it with you. So if that is you and you want to learn it yourself, I truly believe you can. This is the end of the session. You can happily drop off from the call. Funny, do share the resource link right away so that people who want it can take the list of tools, list of URLs that we already shared today. And also please include the frameworks that I just added into this sheet so that they can leverage it. Okay, could you quickly add that, Funny? All the frameworks that I said?
I had added it already.
Perfect. So there you go, guys. I told you we made a promise. We will share that towards the end of the session with all of you people. If you guys want to learn it yourself, the link is here. Go ahead, grab it, make a note of this URL, and you're good to go. But is there anyone who wants to learn it from us? Would you guys want to learn the power of AI, the power of automation, the power of building content, all using AI and automation in the process that you want? Drop in a heart. Drop in a heart if you guys would like us to teach you that. Well, folks, that is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about an incredible paid program. It's going to be a paid program that we are building. I think it's going to blow your mind. I'm basically unveiling all the secrets, everything that I've done, that we have kept it to myself. The reason why I kept it to myself is because I had no reason to share it with everyone. Because how many of you guys agree these trade secrets allows you to stay ahead? Drop in a heart. It's all about these experiments that you learn for yourself allows you to stay ahead. Yes, I kept it to myself, but right now I'm going to unveil them. And it's not just me, it's our team who did all these things for us, who are going to come out and unveil it for you. If you guys want to know about the paid program, you can stay on the call for the next 15 minutes. I will talk about the program. If you guys are not interested about the program, we have given you the resource link any which ways. You can happily drop off from the call. I told you we're going to give you everything. I gave you everything. We don't want to waste time of anyone, quite frankly. That's why we gave you the resource. If you want to know about the program, stay back. If you're not interested, thank you so much. If you guys are not interested, I will see you guys next time. All right. Now that everyone who's not interested has dropped off, do I have your permission to talk about this program? Drop in a yes in the chat, guys, if I have your permission to talk about this incredible program. Well, you know what? We're going to unveil something. I'm glad all the people who were not interested dropped off, because I'm going to unveil something today as a surprise, which is going to blow your minds. And that's my promise. So thank you for staying back. Folks, super excited to introduce you to the LinkedIn Growth Mastery. And I can tell you this for a fact, this is the most fast-paced, high-impact LinkedIn Growth Mastery program ever created. And this is my learnings, my team learnings of doing all of this for years together, given to you without any blockers. The same systems, the same frameworks, the same hacks, the same automations, the same AI agents, everything will be yours, and we'll teach you how to set it up as well, so that you have every right to win. That's exactly why I can tell you for a fact there is nothing like this anywhere in the world. In fact, I can make a promise today. If you find a better program than this, even at 4 times the price, I will give you a full refund of this program. That is how sure I am. There are very few people in the world who understand LinkedIn better than me and my team. And we're going to give you all that learnings in this program to you. Who is this program for? Well, if you're someone who wants to scale your personal brand to 100,000 followers, to 1,000,000 followers. How many of you want to build your personal brand and get started to get your first 1 lakh followers on your LinkedIn? Drop in a heart. If that is you. Get to 1,000,000 followers, drop in a heart. We have had students who have gone up to 500,000 followers in a few months by following this program. If that is you, this program is perfect for you. Anyone who is working for a full-time job and want to start making a side income. I'm not promising you crores. That's not possible, right? I'm not promising you anything for that matter. It's about you having a direction to be able to start a side hustle. And we have seen students who have managed to implement this really, really well have gone up to 10 lakhs per month. It's all about the power of execution, but we're going to teach you all the tricks of the trade. If that is something that excites you, this program is for you. If you are someone who's a founder or an entrepreneur who wants to scale your business using LinkedIn, generate leads, generate more business using LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a gold mine. We have seen people go 1 crore plus revenue per month for their businesses using LinkedIn. In fact, we also know people who have raised money or funding using LinkedIn. If that is any of you, this program is perfect for you. And of course, if you're someone who wants to crack jobs using AI and automation on LinkedIn, this program is perfect for you as well. So here is what you will be learning in this program. We go deep dive. We go crazy so that you get to learn everything that is out there. to make sure that you learn everything that is out there on LinkedIn, AI, and automation. One, you learn advanced LinkedIn profile optimization mastery. What is this module one? Here, we teach you how to research for keywords in the right way. How do you write your titles? How do you write your descriptions? How to add featured sections? How to optimize your profile so that you rank like crazy? How to optimize your cover picture? How to use AI to analyze? In fact, we're going to teach you AI tools, which is going to analyze your cover picture to make sure it's most impactful. We go very ninja, very data driven across the board. We teach you how to optimize your profiles in a way that you start ranking anywhere, everywhere. We also teach you how you can get 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100 endorsements on all your skills without even begging for it. Right? We teach you how you can conversion optimize your profile so that your LinkedIn profile starts acting like your landing page. And there are a bunch of tools that we're going to teach you in this advanced LinkedIn profile optimization module. This is just module number one, which is a beginning module. Module number two is the personal brand mastery. All the frameworks that I just spoke about. How do you make sure every time there's a new content idea that is coming, you create a setup, an AI agent for yourself where it detects the content, understands if this content is good enough for it to go viral or not. If it is good enough for it to go viral, understands your style of writing, writes the LinkedIn content in your style, sends you three options. All you have to do a thumbs up. And the moment you do thumbs up, it automatically schedules the content on your LinkedIn. All automatically. This is the viral idea machine. Every day you wake up with 10 different content pieces ready. All you have to do is one click and AI does the rest of the job. How many of you think that would be amazing? Drop in a heart. We teach you how to do that. We also teach you how can you convert your content into lead generation. That is, every time you create a piece of content, how can you make money off it? How can you generate leads of the content? How can you pick up those leads? How can you do automated, reach out to those leads? That is also something that we're going to teach you. In fact, I'm going to give you my full content Bible here. It is so powerful that I can tell you for a fact, if you follow this, you can get to 100K content views in the first 60 days. How many of you guys would love to have 1 lakh content views per month? Drop in a heart. We will teach you exactly how to go about it. How can you definitely can start with getting tens of thousands of views. Start with, see, that's the whole point, right? It's all about following the frameworks. It's all about following the processes for you to get the best outcomes out here. Right? That is something that we'll teach you. We'll also teach you tools which can create content for you, and not just with text. I showed you, I cloned my audio, I cloned my video. I'm able to generate video content without even me being there inside of it using a tool like HeyGen, of course. I will exactly teach you, my team will exactly teach you how you can go about it so that you can clone your voice, you can clone your audio, you can clone your video. As a result, even though you don't shoot your content, your AI does the shooting of content. In fact, not just that, we'll also teach you, even if you don't want to edit the video, right? How AI can edit the video for you end to end. How many of you would find it extremely valuable? Not just written content, but also video content, all using AI end to end edited. Drop in a heart if you think this is crazy. Guys, these are the things that we have not spoken about before. Very, very few people know about it. And that is what we are unveiling inside of this. And these are the kind of tools you will learn inside of that as well. Right? And of course, everything that you learn inside of personal branding mastery can be replicated on Twitter and Instagram as well. Module number 3, AI content mastery. Again, like I said, how to scrape ideas, how to get LLM to do content research for you, how to make AI write like you, not just for LinkedIn, but Twitter, blogs, everywhere. How can you get AI bots or AI agents to translate blog articles? How can you get AI to analyze your data and automatically create more content like that to post? How can you get AI automatically to generate stunning images that can go with your content as well? These are all the kind of things that you're going to learn, and you're going to learn a bunch of tools, starting from creating content to building agents to creating automations to generating images to generating videos. Everything that you need to learn, you will learn everything here. There is never a time when stuff like this were taught before. Next, we don't stop there. You learned how to optimize your profile. You learned how to come up with great content ideas. You learned how to create content. We also teach you how to do LinkedIn lead generation. I just showed you the sales navigator, right? Which allows you to do very deep search on your LinkedIn. Well, It's a paid tool. What if I tell you, I teach you tools like, Phantom Buster and stuff like that, which can leverage a 30-day free trial to scrape all the content, all the contacts that are needed for you, and you can set up an automation. Imagine an automation like this. You give this AI agent a URL of the kind of people you want to connect with. Let's say the search URL has 1,000 people. Automatically, this tool will write a personalized note, send a connection request to 100 people every day, and it'll wait for them to accept. The moment it accepts, it automatically writes a thank you message with AI, personalized with an image. A nice card you're holding saying, "Thank you, Webhub, for accepting. I really appreciate it." And it does it at scale to everyone. And if the person doesn't reply, this AI agent will automatically like their content and wait for it to reply. Waits for 7 days, still doesn't reply, drops a follow-up message. Still doesn't reply, goes and endorse their skills. Still doesn't reply, automatically follow-ups the messages. All done using automation. This is exactly what we teach you in this lead generation mastery. You can't even find this anywhere. That's the crazy part of it. But you know what? In the next module, we allow you to go beyond of hacking lead generation as well, where we go beyond to also teach you how you can go beyond of LinkedIn. Let's say you did all of this. You sent an invite, the person didn't accept. What do you do? But what if I tell you, using automation, your AI agent that will teach you how to build can find their can find their email ID and send a personalized cold email. If the person doesn't reply on the cold email, it can automatically send a follow-up message on cold email, on email only. If the person still doesn't find a reply there, it will automatically find their Twitter profile and send a DM there. We teach you how you can go beyond of LinkedIn here. These are tricks of trades that very few people know, and we're going to unveil all of this using hacking lead generation. For this, obviously, you have to learn a few more tools like Zapier. You have to learn how, we'll teach you how to automate your jobs using LinkedIn and AI as well. We'll give you access to a bunch of systems and frameworks that we internalized and we kept it all to ourselves. We're opening all of that for you people because it's time for you to do it. Like profile blueprint, like signature brand story canvas, like feature resource stack system, like viral content flywheel framework, or Trendjack sprint framework, content automation framework, multi-step engagement funnel, AI outreach playbook. Every framework, every playbook that we have will be yours, and we'll be teaching you how to set them up as well. And on top of that, for every module that you finish, you will be getting a certificate. Now, not just that, when you join this program, you get some incredible bonuses as well. Let me show you the bonuses that you will win or you will get as you join this program today. Right? You'll get the endorsement growth training. The same training that will allow you to get 99 plus endorsement on every single skill that you have on your LinkedIn, which is a very, very important trait. People look at how endorsed your profile is, right? Before they take action on you, before they give you a skill, give you a gig, before they give you a job. And having 99 out of everything is very, very important. And we will teach you how to do that using this training. I'll teach you an automation, like I told you, where you can steal competitors' prospects. Every time your competitor posts a content, I will teach you how you can connect with all the people who are liking and commenting their content, all using automation. So that you're continuing to get that audiences to yourself who are super active and who are super powerful. I'll also teach you how you can generate leads using LinkedIn groups, using automation. This is all something that my team will teach you in this call. We'll also teach you how you can get 100K content views in the first 30 days of executing the skills. We'll also teach you a few hacks that can get you up to 5,000 followers in 2 days. We'll also teach you how you can send automated messages to all your connections. We'll also teach you how to find emails of all your connections and send them personalized cold emails as well. We'll also teach you how to make almost anyone notice your LinkedIn. We'll also teach you how to do a lot of automations for free as well. All this are coming in as bonuses for you. Now you'll be like wondering, Vaibhav, there is so much information. It will take me so long to learn. How will I go about this? What if I tell you? We could have given this to you all as recordings. But you know what? People don't do it. They don't watch it. Even though they pay for it, they don't watch it. So, for the first time ever, we have converted all these learnings into 30 hours of live sessions that will happen over each week. Over a weekend, we will take 2 live sessions, 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours, about per week. We will do live sessions. My team, who executes all these things for me, will come live to teach you everything, so that you're not just learning, but you're actually doing. You are not procrastinating by having a bunch of recorded videos. You are able to learn live and execute it, and we are able to solve problems for you. This is how it will work, guys. If you join the program, you'll have an online onboarding. You'll attend 2 live sessions for 4 weeks. You'll apply everything, and you'll have a community and network. And also, we'll give you an option to participate in 30 for 30 challenge, which I'm going to talk about. But the crazy part is that you being able to learn live and being able to execute everything is the real difference maker. And like I told you, once you're done with, we also do something called a, this is after the, we give you activities every day so that you can continue to create that process of optimizing and creating content, so that we are pushing you every single day to get to your goal. This is how we have done it, guys. It has never been done before. You guys are looking at something that is magical at this point of time, right? All this information that has taken, these are learnings of the last 3-4 years from our teams of us doing LinkedIn extensively across so many people. And the same team that executes for me is going to come and teach you. This level of information is being made open for the first time ever. And I thought it's important for a lot of you people to know to win in this AI first world. The schedule is something like this. You can see the starting date of the cohort. My team will also share the starting date of the cohort. The time commitment is about a week minimum. Over the weekends, most of the sessions will happen on Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. IST. And of course, recordings to all the sessions will be available after every session. You will get the recordings. Even if you miss out on something, you will be able to get recordings. We upload the recordings in 24 hours. And of course, if you finish the program, you'll be given certificates for everything as well, for all the. Now, this is a program, but I told you there's a huge bonus or a huge big surprise for everyone who sticks around. I told you, stick around for 15 minutes. I'm going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. You know what? For the first 20 people today, only for the first 20 people, and you will know why I'm saying 20 people, because I don't think we'll be able to do it beyond 20 people, because what I'm going to show you right now, it's going to cost us a lot of money to do it. But I wanted to do something special for the first 20 people and people who stuck around and found value in this and took a bet on us. Right? The first 20 people who joined the program today for a very, very special price, which I'm going to unveil very, very soon, are going to get something crazy. And that is, all the first 20 people who are going to join the program today will get 1 year access to Supergrow worth 25,000 rupees. This is the engaged version of Supergrow, the tool that you need to have if you want to win in the world of AI. It is a paid tool, sadly. It's an incredible tool. You can see it's $39 a month. And you guys get Supergrow for 1 year. The paid version of this for 1 year for free, so that you can have every right to win the game of LinkedIn. And not just that, you guys also get 1 year access to HeyGen worth 25,000, which is a tool that you need to create video content, which can clone your voice, which can clone your audio. It can literally edit video for you together, all using AI. If you want to create content using AI, you need this tool. There is no two ways around it. It's worth 25,000 rupees, and it's a paid tool because AI tools are expensive. You get 1 year of HeyGen for free when you join this program. Nobody in the world has managed to do this. We have managed to do this for you. And that's exactly why we're spending a lot of money to make sure we are giving this to you. That's why I said it's only valid for the first 20 people. Now you realize. And also, you guys get happenstance, which is one of my favorite tools to find the right people. I showed you already. It's incredibly powerful. It's also a paid tool priced at about 25,000 rupees. You get 1 year paid access of happenstance as well when you join the program. Now, if you put all the three tools together, that in itself is 75,000 rupees. Now, I'll be wondering, my God, this is going to be a very, very expensive program. What's going to happen? So, guys, this is what you're going to get. Let me quickly summarize. We converted the whole thing into a 4-week program. So, it's a LinkedIn growth mastery. You're getting 8 live sessions, almost 30 hours of live sessions, and you're getting all the systems and frameworks worth easily 1 lakh as well. The 8 live sessions is easily like worst to worst case 1 lakh. Can I tell you something? I charge $10,000 for a 1 hour corporate session. My team charges for them to teach this. We charge easily $15,000 to $20,000 in corporates to train 5 people teams. You're getting that today. Everything without hiding anything. You get access to a community, and of course, you get access to tools worth 75,000 rupees for the first 20 people when you join the program. If I put everything together, right, it's worth 4 lakhs. And we are launching this program at 44,999 rupees, all inclusive, which is a very good price, considering just the tools are 75K. But we wanted to do something even special. So, for everyone who joins the program for the next few minutes, that is today, while the call is on, everyone who joins the program while the call is on will get all these things for 14,999 or $249. Obviously, the bonus tools are only valid for the first 20 people. Right? The bonus tools are only valid for the first 20 people, but everyone who gets to join, you don't have to pay 4 lakhs, you don't have to pay 45K. We are doing it at 14,999 because you will be part of the first few cohorts and they want a lot of feedback. As a result, we wanted to make the price a no-brainer so that everybody can participate inside of this. In fact, like I told you, the first 20 people will also get tools worth 75,000 rupees when they join a program worth 14,999. We're going to share the link of this program very, very soon. But with that being said, right, we have 2 packs. Again, we wanted to make it even more accessible. Someone who wants the whole program, which is a premium tier, with access to the challenge, with access to the community, and if you're the first 20 people, you'll get access to the tools also worth 75K. But you're like, you don't want the community. You just want to learn in these 8 live sessions, and that's all you care about. You don't also want the tools. Then you can take the light option, which is just the live sessions for 10,000 rupees. Guys, you have made it absolute no-brainer for anybody and everybody to be able to join the program and win. Right? And just in case, if you want to block your seat and don't have all the 15,000 rupees handy, you can of course pay 4,999 to block your seat or $99 to block your seat. If you are paying a partial amount right now to block your seat, you have to pay the remaining amount before the date mentioned on the slide, or else we will not be able to give you the bonus tools. Even if you're in the first 20 people, a lot of people, just to make sure they get bonus tools, they will pay the partial amount and they'll delay it. We will not be able to hold those tools for you unless you're able to make the remaining payment on time. So folks, just to remind you, for 14,999, I know I'm not shared the payment link yet because I know it's going to go like this, right? Because when you join the program by paying 14,999, only the first 20 people, you guys will get access to 1 year access of paid access of Supergrow, 1 year access, paid access of Happenstance, 1 year paid access of HeyGen, all put together worth 75,000 rupees. So the ROI of your program is already like 5x, but only for the first 20 people. But in spite of that, even if you're not part of the first 20 people, for the next 25-30 minutes or as the session is on, and I would love to take some questions from all of you people as well, we will keep the price intact, but we will tell you once the first 20 seats are over, because we will not be able to give you all these bonus tools beyond the first 20 people. Guys, we have done it as an absolute no-brainer price. It's absolutely wild what we are doing at this point of time, because we want a lot of feedback from all of you people, because you guys will be part of the first few cohorts. And at Growth School, when we do our first few cohorts, we do it at a no-brainer price so that we can get a lot of feedback. And you guys are lucky to be here on this call on the right time. Team, why don't we drop the payment links in the chat? Folks, the first 20 seats will have the bonus tools. So go ahead and grab it. Let me quickly show you how this goes. The link has been shared. You have two options, LinkedIn Growth Premium or LinkedIn Growth Lite. If you definitely want the tools and the community, you should go with the premium. If you don't care about it, you should go with Lite, which is just 10,000 rupees. And but this is 15,000. Let's say I want the premium, which I'm pretty sure most of you people would go with. We have two options. You can either pay full or pay partial. But if you're not in India, if you're outside and you want to pay using your credit card, using a non-Indian payment gateway, for example, you want to use your international credit card, we also have for international users the Stripe links right here. Whichever you want, you can tap on it and make the payment and come inside of this. Pretty straightforward. We have dropped the links again, and here's the schedule of the program. You have, like I said, you can see the joining date, the start date. Just in case if the start date doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. We'll do one cohort every 2 months, so we can move you to that cohort as well. Just in case this date doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. You can still go ahead and enroll into the program, because when we move to the next cohort, right, we will move you to that next cohort as well, which will happen. Which we do a cohort once every 2 months. We'll move you for free. Don't worry about it. Right. And like I said, the time commitment that is needed from you people is going to be about hours. The session timings are on Saturdays and Sundays, 11 a.m. To 1 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And the recordings will be available for every session out there. So you don't have to worry about it. And like I said, just in case the date doesn't work for you, you can still go ahead and block your seat. We will help you move to the next cohort as well. So folks, that is a quick summary of everything. You're getting like literally 3 hours of live sessions worth a lakh. You're getting proven systems and frameworks worth a lakh easily, way more than that. You're getting exclusive access to the challenge as well. You're getting a lifetime community of hustlers like you as well. And on top of that, for the first 20 people only, we are giving you bonus tools worth 75K when you join this program for just 14,999 or $249. And of course, you can block your seat by paying the partial amount as well. So folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give like quick 5 minutes of time for you guys to take if you want to take the program. I'll give you 5 minutes to kind of think through it. And Funny, why don't you also drop a link to a Q&A form, so that if there are any questions from people, they can fill in those questions. Right.
I've just dropped them in on the chat, Vaibhav.
Okay. Folks, if you guys have any questions, you can put them in the form. I will be happy to take them. I'm going to give you a quick 5 minutes for you guys to take decision, or you have any questions, put them in there. Once you do that, I'm going to come back and I'm going to take all the questions that you might have. But I still thought I should give some time to all of you people to decide if this is the right thing for you or not. Right? With that being said, take your 5 minutes. Once I come back, I will start taking your questions. And team, I think the moment we have the last 5 seats and last 10 seats, just remind them so that people know where we are.
We have gotten the first 8 seats are done, Vaibhav. So we are still getting enrollments. I think if we give people time, the enrollments will come in.
Yeah. Go for it, guys. I don't want to block your thinking, because if I continue to talk, you'll listen to me. So go ahead, take your call, and we will be back just in time in like 3 minutes. 4 minutes.